The curry was good.
That's great to hear. Hello, everyone. The curry was good, guys. The curry was good.
I mean,
Great news.
Great news. The curry was good, and we didn't just have a 40-minute conversation about Archie comics and the Pokemon trading card game mascot guy from the 90s. We're gonna play some Kingdom Hearts.
You also come to the Twitch Games Live. You get so much more content before and after stream.
Yeah, you don't know the shit that we talk about. We do that for free.
we don't promise you good or bad content. We promise you.
We promise you content. Yeah.
Tune in next campaign for the Sonic game.
Sonic X Princess Elise. So we're gonna make our way into the actual room.
You are the reason there is evil in the world.
I am, because I'm the one that made this campaign. Speaking of evil, you guys are currently in an Amazon warehouse.
What are all these hearts in those containers? Oh, that's just the piss spots from the Amazon.
My
Jesus
guys,
Christ.
there has been a couple of changes to each of your areas. By a
What's
couple of
changing?
changes,
What's
I
that?
mean I'm going to have to change a couple of things. We are going to go to each of you. The main change that has happened is if we go to Muna's area. I talked to Lily off screen, and we decided that instead of Thunder, because of the way that Muna is playing and Muna is going through, I offered them a different tier 2 spell. They now have the spell Temper, which is a spell mostly about buffing, as well as doing certain things with certain statuses and buffs that are pretty neato. As we look into it, go ahead.
Hibiki, your Nikes are gonna be like so good.
As we look into it, with Temper, basically has a magic missile as like their first ability. They can half the damage of their magic missile to make the spell automatically hit, which is good because the status of this ability, whenever you hit with this spell's magic, you can use an extra blue AP to lower the target's AC by 1. Pretty good.
That's
Pretty
gonna
good
be
stats.
so nice.
Their enchant, add a d4 of damage to all your target's weapon or spell damage, which is good. This is the first thing to ever increase spell damage. As well, this can be added or added onto by any enchant spell. So normally you can only have 1 enchant on you at a time, but this enchant can be added onto that, so you can have 2 enchants at a time. The flow of this increased the range of the next spell you cast by your magic stat. 1 hex per magic. So with this, they can increase the range of any spell they have by using 1 action to an 8 at the bare minimum.
Godsend, actually, considering.
That's nice, so I don't have to run to you guys to enchant.
I mean, don't worry, we also unlocked Fro, so
It does cost an extra action to do this, and an extra green action, which is going to be, limiting, but at the same time, it's a pretty good flow. Protect, as a reaction, if an ally would go down to half health or lose their shield, you can pay double the cost of any protect spell you have to activate it right before the ally takes damage. So you can give them a protect very, very quickly, as long as you are within range. And finally, the burst, if any ally or enemy affected by a spell or status that you or an ally have cast on them, you can detonate the spell to cause that spell or status to affect 1d4 other targets around them within your spell's range without rolling against it. So yes, if you use that after you use flow, you can then target anyone within around 8 hex range.
Who wants to be my bomb?
But yes, basically, if you ever burn anybody, or you ever do any statuses like that, or if you ever put a spell like an enchant or something on one of your allies, you can get rid of it off of one ally to give it to your other allies if you'd like. Bunch of neat things, bunch of cool things. Temper is a very good tier 2 spell. It goes up based off magic and willpower for damage. Every 2 of them goes up by 1d4. So currently, right now, they will have, I believe it's rounded up, correct? Let me look. Rounded up, yes. So right now, that is a 4d4 spell. It goes to 2d4 if you want it to automatically hit. So it isn't like amazing damage, but it can give you like basically a -3 AC during a turn if you just do that in status. Problem is, you don't have that many blue APs, I don't think, because you'd have to you need 1 more blue AP to literally minus someone's AC by 3 in 1 round.
easy
We'll
done.
get there. We'll get there.
Speaking
believe in us.
Speaking of AP, there is currently a bit of a discrepancy with everybody. So I believe I did get you guys around similar levels of AP. I think that literally just meant I had to give Muna 1 because Muna had 1 less than all of you for some reason.
What?
So I gave so
Where did it go?
I think that Muna never added, or I never like moved the thing that I gave them at one point, and then I just got rid of it. So you have 3 red AP now instead of your 2 red AP that you had.
Hooray.
And finally, a few of you are going to be gaining some slights. So if we look over here toward where our boy Gilgamesh is,
Gilly boy.
Gilgamesh is going to be gaining a slight.
Yay.
It is a slight that we have seen. It is technically the first slight that anyone had seen. It was during the training back whenever you guys were training with Ragna. Gilgamesh is going to get Stone Spike.
Ooh.
Essentially a geomagic uppercut essentially kind of move. It'll allow for some nice extra geo damage on top of it if it hits. You can then do all kinds of neato things with it. It gives you all kinds of stuff. And if everything on the card is successful, you also automatically poison a target, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And your poison obviously is your geo poison down here. It does poison shit, poison stuff.
Disadvantage.
They don't roll for it either. It just automatically poisons them.
Take your disadvantage while I beat the dog shit out of you.
Just so we all know, because everybody is going to be getting slights by this time, we're finally going to get into what slights do and what they actually are able to cost for you guys now that you guys have access to a lot of them. Essentially, for right now, you guys can all understand you can do 2 slights a day.
Oh,
Okay.
There's a limit.
There is a limit, yes. You can do 2 slights in one day. Essentially 2 slights in one rest, but you guys will be resting, yada, yada, yada. That being said, some of them are really good, which is why I can't have you continually do them. One of those being, we're gonna go over here, back over to our boy Hibiki, as I finally have
big speed.
Sonic Rush as a thing here, and it has some extra things from it last time because I didn't remember everything I gave it the first time, but I knew that it was mainly just move a bunch of spaces. So Sonic Rush now, whenever you use it, use 3 grand AP to move to any fucking space.
Oh,
Yeah.
Once per combat. This is only once per combat one, which is why I'm like, you can use 2 slights. This one specifies once per combat.
So I can use this more than the base too?
No, you can use this once per combat. So you can't do this again in the same combat, even if you have an extra slight use. Once per combat, you have you can use 3 green AP and all your mana to move to any hex on the battle map. When you use this ability, you can take any type of movement you have access to. Flights, slides, etc. Slides are very interesting because if you slide through things, you can also do your slide stuff. We'll mess with that later. Environment. When you use this ability, you can gain any effect of 1 roll, dash, or slide card for every 2 mana that you used in this ability.
Oh.
Shit.
Very neato little thing. The big thing with it is essentially the only movement you're doing like that round. it is
Jolt like nuke all your mana.
you use up all of your green AP, and you don't really have a lot more to do things with. Not to mention it uses up every mana you have, so you can't really use spells anymore after you use this.
This is fine. I'll just take some mana potions with me. It's
Me
very
and my
funny.
mana potions.
Because I've been thinking of another slight, but with all of the extra reaction giveny abilities, because I feel like there's something I can cook with that.
Reminder, you can only combine 2 things currently. And you can't combine 2 spells yet.
I know, I'm just... There's like a couple things that give extra reactions, and that's not like combining multiple spells or anything. It's like, I think it's arrow and like dash have like extra reactions.
You can fuck with that. You can mess with that.
There's something with that and arts. I'm pretty sure those 3 have some really nutty thing it can do with them. I just have to figure it out.
You also have to know, because thank you for mentioning that arts is in that. You also have to know currently your slights that you are gaining from speaking with Ragna, you have to use a red card in them.
Yes.
Currently, these red ones, these red slights, you have to use a red card with them. Weird how Muna has a blue one. We'll talk about that later. Anyway. But with all that, we actually finally, again, I think I mentioned it last time, that you guys have your adept training that actually has balloon on it now. I actually have to mess with the tier 3 magic, which is fine because you guys are never going to get that like this round anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that is essentially the stuff that I got to talk about as far as all of this junk, all this stuff here. We'll talk about other things later. Does anybody have any idea what happened last time?
Come on, man. Come on.
I'll roll a regular d4. We're rolling this regular d4 here, and whoever it lands on. Yeah, I wanted you to come over here so you could see in case it does land on a 3.
Yeah.
So Hibiki, what happened last time? You should be ready for this. All of you should be ready for this.
I'm never prepared, even though I remember most of what happened last time. My body is like, oh no, public speaking again. Oh no.
You did that for 5 hours.
Yeah, but like it's spread across all 5 of us instead of just me.
We should get a weighted d4. Oh, I have one. Have you guys not seen? Have you guys not seen the 3-4 over here?
The 3-4.
When you roll it, it has many 3s, but also on the 4 space, it is reroll, which means you have to reroll it to get your one of many 3s. That is my 3-4 right there.
That's the 3-4.
It's the 3-4. We love the 3-4.
I'm gonna guide you with the lance of truth. We walked outside of our base and we moved over to the peace takers.
Okay. So we decided that we were going to go and deliver the egg to the peace takers and maybe talk to them about, to Sisyphus, yeah. He's over there. He just likes being over there because of the funny hole in the wall. My bad, I keep forgetting.
Her gender's amazing. Can we keep it?
She's very gender. We show up, but there's just fucking nobody anywhere. It's weird. We show up, we look around, but there's just fucking nobody. Nobody's around. It's like, huh. The torch is out in the city as well. There were fewer of them this time, and we're like, huh. Did something happen? Did something bad happen?
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something just happened.
Something just happened.
But as we look around and we get near the flame, we see a funny boy, a funny boy that we keep seeing in all of the games, I guess. He keeps making an appearance as he shifts between realities. Our good friend, Assassin Dream. As he's, messing with his...
Dream.
Listen, man. It's ass in dream.
His ass in the dream.
Assassin Dream.
Where is Assassin Dream? Where's he at?
There
he is. We moved him. I found him again.
Yeah. Assassin Dream was plucking at his funny instrument and like trying to get it in tune, and he's just like, it's a very unsure of what the hell is going on. He seems to be in both this separate space that, from what we talk about and discover, is because of the white flame has separated us because it wants to speak to us. But he is on basically both sides of this weird thing. We're just not in tune. We're just not in tune as we try to get him to talk to the other people on the other side. He does a very not great job of it, and nearly gets fucking arrested as he as we find out that this white flame is actually some kind of fire elemental with a rise fire elemental chant that we're just trying to figure out.
Rise up flame, rise up fire elemental, blank 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 blank.
Rage and flame and something or other.
Engulf.
Who knows?
Rage and engulf, I believe, is the 2 words.
Rage and engulf. But yeah, the peace takers didn't quite like that, and so we fumbled to pluck the string on on his thing to show, hey, we were also technically here. It's just in another space. It's very weird. And we get a long conversation with Joda and Tortalor as we find out about things, and we explain, hey, so the fire elemental is being hurt by y'all taking so much of its flames. Perhaps stop. Can't completely stop. Okay, just hold back. And it's like fucking vindicated. I was right. It happened to me too.
I
But
mentioned
nobody believed me.
I mentioned when it came to Tor that like they were very like welcoming to this. They're like, oh yes, this thing's been protecting us. This thing gave me like my closest victory. Of course I want to do this. I do want to mention, because this will be the second time I've mentioned this, if Tor wasn't chosen at the beginning of this campaign, they would have been a lot more against not using the flame.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's our special in our hearts person. She is more chilled out, technically speaking. And through our conversations with her, we find out, oh hey, they found these ruins that they don't want to tell us or anyone where the fuck they are, but it seems to be a key to her being able to finally kill Acheron.
We all want that.
We all want that. We really needed to really talk to Tortalor about what the fuck happened, because we're 52 sessions and we still don't actually fucking understand the scope of what the fuck happened to your goddamn sister. Why does nobody we ask ever fucking know?
I mean, she's basically told you guys it doesn't matter if he wasn't the one to do it. He didn't stop it. With all the power he has, he didn't protect her, is why she's mad.
Mm-hmm.
He is supposed to be an unstoppable god in this world, and he couldn't protect her sister. So there's not really anything to misunderstand when it comes to her feelings.
Hi everyone. There was a blackout. I'm on my phone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
We can work it.
It's okay. We can work with this.
It would have been very funny if you were doing the recap when that happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
So yeah, we talked to them, and then I also get his flintlock pistol, and it does the funny thing, but it doesn't fucking transform. Yeah, you gotta get me that. I need the weapon.
I'll do that. Keep going. Keep going.
And we inform them about, hey, so also Space Emperor. Because apparently we didn't really tell Joda about him. I'm pretty sure he mentioned him to Tor at some point. But yeah. After we talk to them, we get information, we do that fun stuff, we go over and we talk to Siphius, and we hand off the egg, and we're like, hey, Siphius, this is your egg. Fucking what?
That happens a lot.
And it happens a lot. We explain exactly as well as we can.
You gave her?
Yeah. And we find out that Siphius can fucking jump from one side of the world to the fucking other in like
they
a
just
couple
run.
hours.
They just run.
They run. You say run goes with everything as Siphius goes from one side of the continent
Yeah,
to
man,
the
the
other
power
to
of good cardio.
the
It'll
fucking
do good for you.
swamp. And that's where Siphius has been keeping the eggs, which is great.
Give me a number between 1 and 12.
11.
Okay.
And yeah, Siphius is very much on our side. Siphius has now been added to our repertoire of companions who will visit the compound now, and that's great. You want to say why that was funny?
What are you sniveling about?
I was choosing something and it's been chosen. And it's very funny. Keep going, sorry.
Okay. From there, we decide, well, it's time for us to go training. And so we do a huge training montage with our good friends at the dojo. as we learn various new magics and well, not magic, and we learn various new skills and abilities and such.
There you go, buddy.
Nico, fuck off!
You're the one that
real ability.
You're the one that chose it. I'm just saying.
Motherfucker, you and I both know that shit doesn't make any goddamn sense.
What happened?
She put guard on the fucking flintlock pistol as its keyword. Could be used as a shield without any penalties. A flintlock pistol.
I can make this work.
I don't know how I feel about this Borderlands level fucking keyword usage.
All right.
Let him cook. This
Give me another
No,
thing
that's not fair.
give me another thing between 1 and 12 and stop looking over there.
Fuck you.
Give me another thing between 1 and 12.
7.
Okay. All right. That's good.
I hope it's good.
Give me a number between 1 and 4.
Was that me?
3.
Gotcha. Keep going.
Okay.
Mm.
We train with Ragda and we train with Whisper, and we learn the cool new ability, Frenzy. And we unlock more stuff, and it's a great time.
Yeah, Frenzy's pretty cool.
And I'm pretty sure, yeah. After that, after our 2 days, our 2 weeks of training is over, we go back to Michelle and we're like, hey, Michelle, we are probably as ready as we can be. Let's go and take the fight to Lord Cube. And so we ended up at the Amazon warehouse in the sky. As we see that it's filled with a bunch of tubes and stuff that have the little heart-shaped objects that we've seen that are our good friend.
You lucky fuck.
Estisboa.
You lucky
How am I
fuck.
lucky?
Don't worry about it.
How am I
Keep going.
We see that this place has a bunch of tubes and stuff that are still with the tortured innocents, or what is it?
What are you talking about?
The fucking the energy, the heart stuff that or the soul stuff that we saw at the fucking prison. Isn't that what's in these tubes in here?
No.
No?
Nope.
What was in the tubes?
Hearts.
Ah, hearts themselves.
Those
thought that was the
same
thing that we saw
like
before.
little hearts that have come off the heartless you guys have killed.
Ah, that's worse. That's far worse.
Yeah.
We showed up there. We haven't set off any alarms yet, so that's good.
But you guys just got here. I mean, the alarm can still go off
Yeah.
at any time, you know.
Yeah, anytime,
wanted to.
yeah.
I
If you
mean,
want to.
it could
Scary.
be silent alarm.
It's true. It could have been silent alarm. Oh, you got back in. Is your net going good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we had electricity. And
Good job.
homes,
Good
it's
job.
fine.
I think that instead of giving you a reward, I'm gonna let you keep the fucking keyword I just gave you. You're fucking welcome.
Okay, what did I get here? Arrow? Wait, arrow, footlock, pistol. Wait a minute.
Whenever you chose the keyword, you chose the element weapon, and then whenever I asked you a D4, you said 3. So then I went and looked over at the basic magics, and it goes fire, water, arrow. I'm like, you motherfucker, you lucky asshole.
I couldn't have planned that better if I tried.
Because if you would have said 4, it would have been Geo. If you would have said 1 or 2, it would have been fire or water.
I am very lucky.
You
Well, you
lucky
weren't,
asshole.
but then God gave you mercy, and now you're lucky.
Yeah, you weren't lucky the first time, which honestly, I still think you could have. I think you could have made a guard flintlock work.
I'm telling you, you could have cooked.
Yeah, I think you could have cooked
You're
with that.
deflected by spinning your fucking guns like your goddamn.
Yeah, you could have. You could have been like a
Yeah.
fucking. You could have been like a fucking like a fucking a pistol fucking like trick pistol guy. You know. Pew 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 pew. Bashing away attacks and then shooting them.
I think that requires a lot more strength than I currently possess.
I mean, doing that requires 0 strength. But
I think a lot of things that you do right now require more strength than you have. I think holding this lance at all would probably be, or the spear at all would probably be too much for you, but we waived that.
You did waive that, yes.
Either way, yes. After training with Ragna for a little while, and after learning some techniques from Night Fury as well as Ragna, since Ragna was there, that's how you got your stone spike as well, Gilgamesh. But a part of doing your training, you guys learned a lot more of your abilities. You also learned Frenzy, which is able to get you guys some really crazy things going on with it. But yeah, you also have completely mastered Slide, which I just gave you because I should have given it to you like fucking 10 games ago. But you know, who's counting how many games you guys should have had Slide?
You are, technically.
But yes, currently you guys are in the Amazon warehouse of space. You guys are in Lord Cube's domain, and all around you currently there are nothing but hearts lining the very large bay area that you're here in. You also note that even though this is a storage bay or like a landing bay, there are no other aircraft in this area. The only thing that you are able to see are, again, lines upon lines upon lines of hearts in jars off to all the 3 corners of the room. Or 3 walls of the room, I guess. Let me get some more spooky.
That's a lot of hearts.
Let me get you guys.
It's a big place, actually, when we're talking about that.
A lot bigger than I'd imagined.
Yeah, this thing is far bigger than any of us can imagine, I think. Just based on this one room.
You are decently sure, as you guys look off and about, Gilgamesh, I would like for you to roll me for your instinct, please.
Yeah,
Smell it.
okay.
Smell it.
Instinct, yo.
Or insight, my bad.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a
Dang
2,
it.
Gilgamesh. That's a 2. That's a 2 you just rolled.
I'll burn one line that.
It's a 3, Gilgamesh.
No, reroll that.
I hate it here.
Reroll.
I'm switching.
Switch to a different
What
one
again?
It's an 8, Gilgamesh. That's pretty good.
That's
That's pretty good.
That's 10, so that's marginally better than a fucking 5.
Gilgamesh.
Perfectly average.
Gilgamesh, roll me one more time because Tibble Canobus let you. I'll allow it.
thank
I'll
you.
allow it.
Hi, Tip.
Just the tip.
16.
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
Gilgamesh,
Tip's magic.
you
Yeah.
feel about the area. You don't know exactly how you feel about it, but you do remember in that vision that you had where you had flown up into the air and you had crashed into that one section of area just a few short hours ago, or I guess a couple of days ago because you had trained for a while. Definitely weeks for you. Either way,
I remember like it was 2 weeks ago.
as you remember this and as you look off and about, you remember just how small you felt and how small the area you crashed into had felt upon looking up at that large thing off into deep space. And as you remember that and you look down and around at the area you're in, you feel like you're not even in you are in a small percentage of what you had saw at that time. You know how big of scale things can be. You were a dragon and you had seen other dragons before. You feel like in this room alone, you could have fit probably all 4 of you and your brothers in here, and this is only a small area of this place.
Oh my god.
This is an incomprehensible fraction of what I saw. My brothers and I could fit in this room comfortably.
Oh.
Extremely comfortably. You're
As Luna start-
freaking one of your brothers could have just climbed up onto the ceiling and just said, "Yep, I'm up here now."
So
Blood would have definitely done that.
So I understand for scale, the dragon we saw before, how were they compared to you?
The dragon that you guys saw before, Gil, you're decently sure would have been a much older dragon than you or your brothers. So they were probably beyond that. From what you would feel like from an adult or even an ancient dragon, they could probably fit in this room relatively comfortably. This
In
place is
comparison.
large, but even this room is small in comparison to what you felt you saw when you had flown up into the stars.
Compared to God Eater, they could potentially fit comfortably in this room as well. But still, they still pale in comparison to the entirety of this thing.
That's a lot of places to track then.
That's a lot of empty space, though. I don't like when it comes
Is it
to
all
the actual
containers?
invasion, Deco. Like they didn't have the huge, gigantic armies. It was mostly like platoons of soldiers, right?
It was platoons of soldiers, yes. You do remember, though, in the final encounter that it was a larger army, and they did seem to come from the same area. You know that whenever you had seen everything, most people thought it was just another attack from Lord Cube when the Heartless attacked. Mostly because they did come from this area. And whenever you had seen the soldiers, they were taken over by the Heartless, but they weren't that different from what you had remembered seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that they probably did eventually, like this probably did house at least a good number of them.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, no. Before that, they never really attacked on any mass or scale that this place would have shown. It was mostly just small armadas, small little pieces of armies.
That's so weird to think about then, with all this extra space being taken up by empty rooms like this, essentially.
It's not empty.
Well, as I mentioned, this room is anything but empty. This room should be a cargo bay slash a again, a bay area. This place should have aircraft about to leave in this place. From what you guys look around at, that's what this room looks like it should be. But there's nothing except for those hearts around.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the center of this area is completely just empty. Potentially, this was the place that they had sent the monsters down. Maybe Lord Cube didn't need this to be an actual, like, aircraft base. Maybe he just used this to house the monsters before he teleported them down.
We will need to find an entire map of this place. Surely one needs to exist.
It's a good
We have to
thing we have
navigate
our good
this.
friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would do it.
Yeah, don't forget we grabbed her.
Oh, yeah. This place is filled with hearts.
Oh, yeah, this place feels very much different than anything down there. It feels relatively similar to some of the stuff I'm used to, though a little bit basic, but definitely leagues above the technology down there.
Remember, this Lord Cube wanted you and your device.
Which
if we
probably
have you
means he
interface,
knows, which probably means he knows about the fact that the world I'm from is far beyond this place in technology, so I could probably completely look over this. If you can find a good terminal for me, I could definitely get in. Only problem is, of course, any viruses that could be here. Again, you guys haven't found any battle chips for me, so there's not really a ton I'll be able to do against a huge armada of viruses. I have a Metrol here. His name's Beats. He can protect me a little bit, but not a ton.
we have no idea what these battle chips even look like. No one find them.
Sorry about that.
Artifact. It might be an artifact rarer than even you.
Didn't when the heartless bugs attack before, didn't we just enchant her?
You did. You attempted to, and it did seem to somewhat work.
Worst case scenario that we can just try enchanting you again with our magic.
We'll have to see. I mean, again, viruses come in all sizes. This little guy is what usually is often about. He's a virus, but this one's a helpful one. The ones that I saw, those little bug guys, they're pretty strong, but not, you know, overwhelming. There are viruses back in my world, though, that make those things look like chew toys. So if there's anywhere that anything like that would be, probably here.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? So we'd have to
Perhaps.
find you somewhere to plug in. Question is where. This place is large.
When it comes to my world, personal terminals were always the best place to go in from, because in any kind of case, a personal terminal should have some kind of virus protection on it. So if you're able to find even just like a recreational computer somewhere around here, that'd probably be the best option. Any kind of work computers or anything usually share a network, and that means they usually have a lot of viruses, though. So a personal computer would be the best.
So how do your battle chips work?
The data inside of them can change me in some way. They'll allow me to perform abilities and attacks that I don't normally have access to.
Another form of enchantment.
Only, again, it sort of gives me my basic attacks. I don't know if this matters to any of you guys. My basic attacks upon this metal here would take me around, looks over toward it. They look to their fists. About maybe 8 to 10 hits to take down. A battle chip could do it in one. And that's easy. Like, a good battle chip could overkill this thing by like 8 times.
Then it makes sense that potentially this Lord Cube would have his own collection of these stashed in there.
If he was planning on using me, probably. But I think mostly he was just planning on getting me away from anybody who would use me against him. Like I said, this place seems leagues above the technology down there, but basic compared to my place. We're talking in circles now, so we should probably just look around.
Yeah, let's.
From what I can tell in this basic network that I'm able to have access to, there are 3 ways you can leave this room.
Is one of them off of this place? I see a great door happening.
They point you guys around. You guys see them pointing to, as I mentioned last time, this area. This area. And this area.
Okay. Are we on a raised platform? Is that it?
Currently, you are on just, again, what appears to be a platform that can raise or go down, depending on any kind of given things. This is where, again, aircraft would normally be. So there's probably a hollow
like a
area
hangar.
below it. Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably like a hollow area below it to give stability.
Well, and this is this visible to us? Like
That
this
is
terminal?
an area that seems to be connected to the area here, yes. That is a terminal, though. If you'd like to use that to hook them in, you definitely can. They did say it would be dangerous if it's not a personal terminal, but that is definitely a place you can use.
Okay.
Because
We can
again,
at least check there, so
so
we can at least see other things.
the end of the room is not right here. This is not the end of the room.
I see.
Because as you look, this is a runway right here, but there is a door right here, and we'll say like a little bit beyond this way there's a door, and a little bit beyond the other direction here there is a door.
Okay, so this is big.
This is just the hangar.
Huge.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
There's an extended.
The only door you can see is this door right here.
There's an actual door here.
I'm gonna move you guys down a bit because again the freaking writing is causing me issues.
It's floating away.
Yeah.
Well, if you were like keeping some sort of personal terminal, you'd keep it in somewhere slightly more private, right? So maybe going into an area away from the hangar or one of the doors.
Probably somewhere like a living quarter. I don't know if they need something like that.
I don't know if they need that, but you know, in theory, there might be something like that.
I mean, maybe. I don't.
Well, we're already here. We can just try that door and see what happens.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You guys want to go toward this door here?
That door.
Yep.
The door.
Upon going in, you guys find a small little office space. As you look off and around, you see that there are, that there are around 12 different terminals. Looking in at these terminals, they seem to be around the same technology-wise as the terminals you had seen down in the area below. So you know that you can get into these. That doesn't seem to be connected to much, but there are large screens in the room. Looking at them, Hibiki, you can tell that these screens are probably for cameras. This is probably a security room of sorts.
A security room. Interesting.
Aren't those supposed to be manned? This feels quite empty for one.
I'm gonna be real here. With what we've already seen of Lord Cube's forces, I don't know if he has any other actual, like, of his soldiers beyond the square fighters and the,
And-
you know, the big one.
From my limited understanding, if there's a technology like the PET, then there could be security we're just not seeing with the physical eye.
But there may just be more security rooms.
That too.
These
that's
terminals
the-
probably control whatever cameras are around here. If this shows cameras inside or outside, we can probably get access to them.
like
could
before.
use
But
browse
you would-
around and see what's
it would-
around, right?
It would be a little risky to put me in, but if you guys want to try your enchant thingies, we can mess about with it.
How easily could we take you out at a worst case?
You just have to jack me out by taking out the cord. You can't do that whenever I'm in battle, however. If you do that, then I'll be most likely stuck there.
Good to note. Do you mind if I test something on you?
Go ahead.
This probably isn't going to work, but
Good for Nikes.
I'm going to try enchant temper.
You're going to try
Oh, we
to
have
temper
read it,
enchant them?
no?
Yes.
Looking at temper enchant, 1d4 damage to all targets, weapon and spell damage. It can be added or else. Yeah, you can easily do that.
Yeah.
You
I want to
go
see
to the
if you can
PET.
feel this.
You go to the PET. As you give it a temper enchant, you do note that there is a slight sort of exclamation from them. You see that the lights on their arms as well as on their legs and on their head seem to light up slightly, and they're like, ah, yep, I can feel that. That seems to have enhanced my basic attacks rather well.
Hibiki, I'm learning technology.
You're not learning technology, Muda. You're learning magic tech.
Currently, usually enchants can only be one at a time. However, you guys do know that with the temper ability that that Amuna just used, one more enchant can be placed upon them if any of you guys want to.
Well, while we have them enchanted, I think I could feel a bit more safe in trying plugging them in.
Does anyone else want to enchant?
I
Let me
will
see if
give
I-
fire
go for it.
enchant.
Gonna give fire enchant. 1d6 of fire damage and a +1 to target attacks.
And boost that baby's damage.
Okay, so a d4 and a d6 and fire damage. Got it. As they go forward, I would like you guys to take off one mana for each of those as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
You place them in there. I'm going to roll for some things off of the list. Also, as they are jacked in, where are you at? Where are you at?
I'm looking at everyone, and man, I have such low drive nowadays. I can't get up in the morning.
There we go.
Oh, it's beatboxing. Interesting.
You guys see music coming from beats as they are now inside the net. As they go around in the net, you guys do find that currently some of the terminals begin to light up around you. They seem to be doing this extremely quickly, seemingly jumping from one terminal to the next. I'm going to roll. Oh, no. Is that within the thing? Yes. All right. Which one is it? Okay. They're fine. You guys see on the terminal in front of you guys see them accosted by some opponents. 1 second. You see in front of them what appear to be an entire battalion of tiny bunny viruses.
No.
Oh no, those look
I didn't know there were bunnies in there.
You see these tiny pink bunny viruses, which I don't currently have the things for, but they're crazy. They're just like little hoppy rabbits. Yeah, they're fucked. When I rolled an 8 on the thing before, it's like you get the maximum amount of them. Like, oh no, the maximum amount of what? Because it could have been fucking night viruses, and that would have been bad. But as these little electric bunny viruses get up, they begin to shoot out their little electric attacks toward them. But thanks to the 2 enchants, they're able to take them each out in 1 hit each, which does mean that at least for this area's security, they have completely bypassed it.
Hey, level 9, you get 5 zenny.
Oh, hold on, that's the M1 Grand Prix. We don't need that. We need final transmission again. No, that's not it. That's not what I was talking about. There we go. Network is spreading. As you guys see the terminals all light up around you at once, after they complete their stuff, you see, darn it, battle chip data, but we don't have any battle chips.
Is there no way we can store it somewhere, or we just...
Oh, I'm storing it inside the PET, but we need battle chips to actually have it work.
Yeah, they need somewhere to go.
So
it's like how not every stick is going to be able to be a wand. It needs to be a specific type of object in order to hold the power.
I was really wondering what you were gonna say, because when you said stick, I heard dick.
Her dick, and I was like, what are you talking about?
why did you both go to dick?
That's what I heard. But yes, stick makes sense.
All dicks have their pee stored in
I have to also admit, I also thought I heard like,
And it's like, that's why you know which dick has the power. And I'm like,
Look,
what the fuck are you
We
talking
have
about?
to understand, sometimes we hear what we want to hear.
That's true. I could go for a
Oh,
dick.
no.
Anyway, so
Penis.
as you guys see all of the things light up around you, it appears like most of these areas about are connected to lights upon the outside.
I see.
I can also activate some of the openings for the air ducts as well. Would you like me to show what's happening outside?
Air ducts.
It would be good to at least say.
What? Never mind. You guys probably know what air ducts are. I'll just follow along.
whole tunnels that bring air to places in the facility.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, please show us what's on the outside.
You guys see as they have the different views of the cameras show up on the terminals outside of this place. All of the terminals seem to show a single image. All of them are basically making the image larger. Across the different 9 terminals in here, you see the full picture of space on the outside. As they begin to go through the different camera feeds, you're just mostly seeing space and debris and everything like that. You see part of the planet from the outside. The only thing you guys can really see from it that is throwing itself out there is definitely the part of the tree that is broken, as well as the lights upon it, probably the castle city that's on top of it. As you guys look upon it and look around it, however, it finally goes to what appears to be a section of this that shows one of the mining little areas, one of the gummy block mines that are around this place. And you see there is a small something off to the side of one of these gummy block mines. It seems to be almost attached to it.
What is that?
Do you all see that? Some sort of small thing in there.
I can't get a better look at it, unfortunately. These cameras are pretty shit.
Which is surprising.
Well,
Maybe
no,
they're-
they're good for what they are. They're just shit compared to the ones I'm used to.
Yeah, I see there's a dissonance and difference there, yeah.
The area that I'm showing you right now is the maximum zoom that I can get. And it's only about 100 times or so.
It's only in 4K. Jesus.
This should be in 12K by now.
Dude,
That's still a
fucking
lot,
the
now that I'm thinking
NetNavi
about it.
world, the NetNavi world is so far ahead, man. They're like, this should be in fucking 80K. Like, what the hell?
Dude, that
I should be able to- I should be able to
Alan was
feel
one that was
this.
photorealistic. What the fuck?
I should be able to feel this by watching it.
The camera should be able to count my pixels.
It does that whenever you digitize yourself.
Yeah.
But yes.
Is that stuck as an? Can we like? Is it like moving with the island, or is it
As you remember, the islands themselves are mostly stationary, but these are moving extremely slowly. You guys know that they are following the protocol area, but the protocol should have made them move extremely swiftly. These are still moving very slowly. Almost imperceptible as you're looking at them right here, especially because you are looking at them from a camera that is zoomed in as much as it is. That being said, you can see it slightly moving in the opposite direction of where these things are on it.
We
interesting?
don't
It
see any
almost-
like exhaust coming off of it or flame or anything to push it.
Not really, not from what you can see right here. Perhaps there's another security room around this area that's a little bit closer. I'll check real quick. There appear to be 2 more security areas near here that we can possibly use. One of them is around where there is a thruster bay, and the other one is around where there's a weapons bay.
Shall we try the
First
weapons
thing,
bay?
Weapons bay.
They're both connected to a small little, seems to be storage area. At least that's what it's listed as. But it looks more like it's a living area. You can get to it quite easily from the air ducts.
What about just walking there?
Currently, the only way you can get to it by walking is to go through the bottommost area that you guys were in before. It seems to circle about and go to the area a little bit away from it. But going that way, you'll have to pass by more open areas. So if you want to be more stealthy about it, the air ducts are preferable. But if you want to get there quickly, then that area is probably preferable.
How big would you say these air dogs are?
They're large enough. Looks like they were made for someone to go through for maintenance.
Really?
Seems like it. Everything on this place is pretty large, though.
That is true. Might be able to crawl for there then.
Oh, hold on. Jack me out, please.
Oh,
Checking out.
As you guys see you jack them out, you notice that the viruses on the area seem to repopulate themselves and start looking about for her. As she returns to the PET, someone sent viruses.
Sent.
I think they noticed that there was a lack of viruses here, so they sent them to take over the area. They didn't see me, though.
alright, let's go.
Asmuna just kind of holds her head. It's not that they were invisible, but this place is so massive that we just happened to be in an area that was underpopulated. Oh my god.
Oh, there is definitely other beings on this place. Not as many as should be here, from what I found. If I could have stayed in there a little bit longer, I might have been able to learn more, but without those viruses there, this security area was underutilized, so the viruses moved over. If they would have found me, I would have thought that they would have set off an alarm. Sorry.
I'm starting to get worried, Hibiki. Because I'm thinking of 2 options at the moment from that. And neither sounds great from what you've described about Lord Cube.
Are you thinking he has his own net Navi, you called yourself?
No. What I'm thinking... Well, one could be good. Perhaps they got attacked and the remains are here. Or the reason things are empty is because they've already headed out.
You think that they've left to go do something else? So we've just showed up on an empty ship? Or a mostly empty ship?
That's what I'm worried about.
There were
Where
some
would they
things
be
here, like I
going?
said, but I'm not sure exactly if any of them were who we're looking for. Oddly enough, there was something hooked into the network as well, but they
Is
seemed
that so?
they seemed biotic more than anything. So something similar to you guys.
A biotic like biology.
That's what that means. You're
Hooray,
learning. You're
I'm-
learning technology.
Yes.
You're learning it. You're doing it.
Yes, I might be able to learn more if we get to one of those other 2 terminals that I mentioned before, but now that I know that these viruses repopulate, we'll only have a small bit of time to look at anything while we get there without an alarms going off. If there was another Navi with us, I might have been able to have them go on busting control while I looked into things, but unfortunately, we can't do that here.
And there's no way that we can make beats stronger like you?
Metals are mostly for defense.
Also, it's very dedicated to the music part of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy that part of him. He's still going ham. He's still going it.
I have to respect that it switches songs depending on if it's a battle position. It's very impressive.
I want you to
So,
imagine all of this coming from like little lips and like cheeks that he's making
Yeah, I'm
the
just
noises
like
from.
imagining this like song going through that thing's mouth.
He's just going back and forth, actually beatboxing.
Yeah.
He just summons a like old style fucking boombox.
He is the old style boombox.
He is the old style boombox. His little cheeks pop out to the sides and flip over to be the fucking speakers.
Either way, you guys were given 2 options. If you guys want to make your way toward the area they're talking about, you would either need to go to the bottom area from the area you guys started in. That would get you guys there, but you could also be found that way. It is the faster way. Or you can make your way into the air ducts that they opened. It is the slower way, but it should get you there without getting noticed.
We should go crawling, I think.
I think we should actually, in at least one of these fucking games, make an actual attempt at stealthing. Because every time it fails. Somehow. If y'all are down for going through the air ducts, keeping ourselves unfound for as long as possible will only help us.
Gilgamesh, you look over toward the large, like, square area that they're all pointing to for the air ducts, and you're like, can I fit in that? Pretty sure I can fit in. I
we
hate being
be
so small.
Careful of the air technology in the air duct to bring air to the rooms.
Not unless they have, like, fast spinning sharp fans.
Oh no,
It
that
should
is
be
more
fine.
that's more in the central mechanisms. The areas that you guys are going to be going through are more for maintenance.
So we'll be fine.
You could
Okay.
make your way toward one of the areas where there are some dangers if you'd like, but there really isn't any point unless you just want to destroy the airflow in this place. Which, to be fair, you could do.
I don't want to do that yet because we're on the facility. And in case it helps you, Muna, think of it like what are those things? Bellows? Are those bellows that does the air thing? I don't know.
Hold on. Google.
Are you bellows?
Like
Or the
yeah.
fires?
I'll bell your O.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know how
bellows.
those push air into the fire?
Mhm.
Oh,
That's how these air ducts work. In a similar fashion. He's helping Muna understand. That is all that
I
is.
He's the computer boy!
And also, your phone seems to have a lot of technology in it. Would it happen to have any games?
You guys,
Do you perhaps have
From
games
what I-
on your phone?
from what I understand, you guys are wanting to go through the ducts.
Yeah, let's go in the hole.
Okay. It
Let's go
takes
in
you
the dark.
guys a little bit of time. As you guys get into the air ducts, you follow the directions by both Beats and Punch. As you go through, you're able to see different areas that you could have made your way off into. You guys hear more mechanical noises coming from there, probably leading to fans or other such things that would circulate the air. But you guys make your way through the more maintenance sides of these places. Upon going through them and upon going into these areas, you do find that after around an hour of moving through this place, don't turn off the music now, Beats. What the hell? You guys find your way kicking out one of the other sides of this place, and you see in front of you, this may be a larger zone, so I'm gonna move you guys a little bit down here. Oh, this is not the large one. Okay, good. You guys find that you kick open and make your way into what appears to be a large central facility, central area. You guys would come out from like around here, around this place. Wham. In the center of which there appears to be a large conductor of sorts, a large electrical source. Upon looking over toward it, you guys see that it is some kind of a generator in the center of this place. Immediately, Ramu looks like they're going to run over toward it. And since nobody is exclaimed out to stop them, Ramu goes immediately over to it and latches onto it.
What is that?
All right, Ramo.
Ramu likes electricity.
It's like a massage chair.
I think they really like electricity. I
Don't
think we should
overload
watch.
that, Ramo. Last time that we accidentally blew up an office post, so.
I can't do it. They are literally just being engulfed by these blue light, this blue fucking lightning that's all around them.
As long as he doesn't overload, we're fine.
I attempted to do it, but as my throat was trying to get to that sound,
It's right- I know,
no,
right?
We're giving up. We're giving up.
Not happening. But you do see that Ramu at this point is sort of just interjected themselves between the current, and the current is continuing out the other side of them. The current going in is blue electricity, and the current going out is yellow electricity.
My current now.
As they have latched onto this big tube in the center of this room.
Well, this explains why technology is so powerful.
Does it?
All this
Does it?
lightning.
Oh,
Visible lightning, yeah. These aren't the terminals I was mentioning. These are more for regulating power around this place. That being said, the power that's generated from that generator there is rather impressive. Probably the most impressive thing I've seen on this place so far.
really?
Suppose we need a lot of energy to power a ship this big.
I believe there may be others of at least similar caliber around this place, but as far as the wing we're currently in, this is probably powering the entire place, including that room we were just in.
So this is the heart of this entire complex.
This wing of it, yes. Instead
What
of a
happens if
heart,
we-
you would think of it as a major artery.
Oh, just this wing of it puts away weapon.
What happens if we destroy it?
They'll notice something's wrong.
Probably this
Immediately.
area would lose power until the backup's activated.
So we have to find the super heart.
Hey, guy.
Ramu, I think you have enough.
Are you gonna be okay, Ramu?
You notice them look like kind of like push off from it. They then look at it and then they punch it.
Does that mean Ramu didn't like it?
They start just hitting it.
Are you
Oh,
trying
they
to
wanted more.
God, yeah.
Gently grabs the rat.
You go to grab it. You do note that at first it does seem to send a bit of a shock through you, but Ramu seems to regulate it relatively well as you drag them away with a look of disappointment on their face. They thought they were going to evolve.
The way you worded that with withholding itself, I just imagined like Stack Electricity was just about to hit Gilgamesh, then Ramu just grabbed it and threw it away.
You see that they seem to have really liked the power that they were given. It was definitely something that was good, but they look to it and it doesn't seem to be enough to help them with whatever they're planning on doing.
Also, when they punched it, I imagined it is the same gif and sound effect as when Spamton punches the dumpster.
I was thinking the Yakuza one.
Like I said, the thing there is more of like a major artery, but if you're looking for a heart, you would probably have to find it near that engine room I mentioned before.
We'd have to keep looking.
And we
This is more of a centralized area for the different electricity to go around. The actual generator is most likely being used in the most crucial part of this place, either the weapons area or the engines, and from what I understand, both of them are extremely powerful.
Would we be able to follow those veins to the room?
Most definitely. This appears to be a second floor of this area. You could probably make your way toward one of those sets of stairs to go down to the main area.
Is that another terminal?
You motion over toward the thing over there. Yes, there are plenty of terminals in here. There are none that would be safe, but I could continue. I could connect to one of them. We just might have to fight for more viruses.
Hibiki, which one seems to be pulsating closer to the heart?
I don't know.
What question to ask?
Good, because I thought it was just me not understanding things. They all look the same.
Punch which way to the heart?
If you're wanting to make your way toward the munitions area, you would head over toward the hall closest to Zarel.
So this way.
There we go.
You want to make your way there?
Let's move.
They did mention you guys are on a second floor of this area if you guys wanted to go down the stairs as well. By the way, I should probably have made this a little bit bigger. Probably made it a little bit bigger.
Scaled for size.
Yeah. But you guys will be making your way down this area upon doing so. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Allow me to move this on top of here because I feel like that's going to be a good place to have it until a certain place gets shown. Yes. Boop. As you guys move down further into this area, boop, there's a bit of a hall that you'd have to go through, but eventually you would make it into what appears to be a more centralized area in this ship. Upon coming out into the spot, the doorway would open for you, and upon opening, you would see what appears to be a more centralized little area where there should be people working, but not a single soul is here.
The more we go for this place, the more it feels oddly vacant.
This place should be where they're controlling this wing's munitions, though I thought I had felt a much stronger source of energy around here before. This seems relatively basic. Odd.
Would it be somewhere else? There's not a lot here. I mean, not a lot of people here. There's a lot here, but you know.
This should still be a relatively good area to check out the weapons, or maybe even looking toward a different set of security cameras if you'd like to jack me in. Again, might be a little dangerous, but as long as you give me the enchants you did before, it should be fine.
Question.
Sounds good.
This kind of looks like a map over here, Deco. What is this, like a map of the planet?
As you make your way over toward that area, upon going into this, there is a small little set of a table almost You see it as you see what appears to be a map, yes, but not of the planet. This is a map of this area that you're in.
Map.
You see what appears to be this wing of the structure. While you're looking at it, Hibiki, there's a lot of jargon on it that really makes it hard for you to immediately tell where you're at. However, because you know that you're on a second floor of something, you do immediately find where you are. You then look at what the floor below you is, and you find that the floor below you has a name. They call it Colony.
Floor is called Colony, below the munitions room.
Mm-hmm.
What is it supposed to mean?
We know that there was a space colony out there, or rumors of one, but I don't know why that would be connected here.
Did
So
they just
maybe,
like absorb it? Just take the whole thing?
while I wouldn't put it past them, this could just be its own
Different colony?
colony for a living space. Should we go check it out?
I suppose so.
And can I put this?
It would be worth checking.
You know that apparently if you do jack in from a more personalized computer, it should be safer as well.
Is there any way to just have the PET scan the map here?
They already know basically what the area looks like because they've already looked at this place. That's how they were able to get you guys here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But now you have kind of a way of looking at it. If you want to make your way downstairs from the other area, you can.
If it's a colony, then that should have some personal computers. Let's go.
Yes.
You guys-
Is there anything else in here that interests y'all?
Again, this place is a rather big hub of different terminals. You guys could use the PET to go into one of them, or you guys could attempt to work in yourselves. The only problem with working them yourselves is they're most likely password encoded.
Yeah, that will be a problem. We don't know that many passwords.
Listen, the password's probably all hail Lord Cube.
Who gave him the password? Who gave him the password?
That's incredible. Wait. How they know it was my password?
Communication,
Same
dead
password as
ass.
My love yous.
The password is this time Hibiki won't get it.
You guys make your way
One,
back into
two,
the area
three,
before.
four.
As you do, actually, there's a set of stairs right here. You guys can go down. As you guys make your way down,
8008 out.
I'm gonna change off of the network tunes currently. I'm gonna
I
give you guys
just
some
had
more.
this image of Hibiki always seeming to hack into their system as they're like, this time Hibiki will not be able to figure it out. Puts it on a sticky note that Hibiki just looks at.
As you guys go downstairs toward the area marked as Colony. Yeah, it would be this one. Boop, 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 boop. I can't make it bigger. We're gonna make it bigger. Don't worry. It's gonna get there. Watch this shit.
Oh, it's getting big, baby.
Watch this shit. It's gonna go 30.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's see it.
30. Oh, numlock isn't on.
I don't
30.
like all these big rooms. I hate hearing the echo.
Go.
This sure just looks like a normal human fucking.
Sure does, man.
Yeah, man, they got pool here and everything. Oh god.
Could you guys not touch it? I'm playing.
I'm not touching it.
I was trying to press D and F is right next to me.
No, I'm playing. You guys would make your way down. Boop. All the way up here. As you would do, you would step out from the downstairs into a large area. You guys pass by what appear to be bathrooms. And as you step into the next place in this area, you do find that the area beside you seem to be bedrooms of some kind.
I was expecting, colony for
Also,
living
don't-
quarters.
This should go without saying. but do not expect that the things in these rooms are actually there.
Look at all the guns.
They're just supposed to feel lived in. If you go into these things, if you go into these things, if you go into these things looking for stuff, we will have to still roll on things. You can't just be like, there's a gun right there, it's obviously mine. No.
It's the forbidden bong. It's cool.
I need so many guns.
But yes, with that being said, you guys do step off into this place, and it seems like every one of the doorways leading off into rooms here seem to be open. Not only that, upon stepping out and looking at different places and remembering the map that you had just looked at, Hibiki, some of these rooms do seem to be connected to the munitions area, as you do see that in other hallways there are several areas that seem to be for going into weaponry and things.
The fuck? Why does it? I expected, you know, kind of alien-looking facilities here for. What the fuck?
Dude, because
Oh, somebody's revving up their bike. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
It looks very human, but why?
Have you ever
Monsters,
seen
like alien creatures essentially when they attacked?
were they wearing costumes like your defenders, like when we transform?
I don't think so. They seemed
what-
very gross and semi-natural-ish looking.
I mean, there's also the fact that you guys do remember the square fighters and how they acted and looked as
Those two.
they were definitely looking like
Yeah,
they're
were they
people in
paid actors?
costumes.
They're paid actors, dude.
Costumes.
Hibiki, I've noticed something.
What have you noticed, Gilgamesh?
Cherished has quite a large human population, and many humans seem to come from many different worlds. Is Cuba human from a different world?
Nobody's ever seen him, I don't think, so I guess it's possible.
Either that, or this is a very strange coincidence.
Well, we have plenty of
You
rubbish,
guys-
so
Exactly. You guys do know that on this floor, according to what you had saw upstairs, Hibiki, there are the munition areas, there are the bedrooms, there are the medical bay that seems to be here. There is some luxury areas that they were called that seem to be on this place. Other than that, the main area in the center does seem to be a small security room. And there does seem to be access at the very end of the hall for another one of the munition areas. It doesn't seem like this place seems to be where the engine area is. That might still be upstairs where you guys were before. But a bunch of things here if you guys want to look at it.
yeah, let's look around.
There looks like a personal computer in here.
You guys just want to go into the first one?
Yeah,
May
try
as
that.
well.
Why not?
Upon stepping into the area here, Hibiki, you make your way over toward where the thing is. You see that there is a bottle or something inside the seat, but you just sort of push that off. You go to the terminal, and Hibiki, something's very odd about this terminal. As you look to it and as you look to turn it on, nothing appears to turn on the terminal.
Nothing turns it on. There's no button. There's no computer.
There is a button and there is a computer, but nothing seems to turn on. As you look to the actual monitors that are here, you look to them, and as you try to like move around them and try to mess about them, you notice how extremely lightweight they are. Almost like they're the display models that you would see inside of stores.
Are they fake?
Potentially.
Either people aren't here, or this Lord Cube was lonely enough to have all this organized to feel more human.
This monitor doesn't feel real. like a real one. It's too light
That's
for what it looks like.
Strange, but we just have a fake tool laying around.
I
You want
don't
to check anything
know.
else in this room out?
I assume the chair felt real enough.
The chair felt real. It's a little bit
So,
uncomfortable, but it felt real.
Let's check the bed, I guess.
You make your way over to the bed. As you do, you look upon it. It seems to be perfectly natural, perfectly used. As you sort of get onto it, it feels a little uncomfortable, and the blanket seems a little thin.
I'm going to look around, and by that I mean the player's going to be RB.
Go ahead.
Gilgamesh
Maybe
goes to
check
this.
the bin?
Nothing feels right about this. The bed's uncomfortable and the
Again, this place
Blankets
looks
thin.
as dirty as it is, but as you go to the bin, there isn't anything actually in the bin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, again, these places look a lot different. Oddly enough, I got them from one of the map makers. I didn't
I just love
commission
the
it
fact that
myself.
it's like covered in bottles and you look at them and there's nothing in there. It's like, damn, whoever was decorating this place had a problems.
Yeah, there's some Fort Zombie level bullshit. Anyway, Gilgamesh goes to the couch. What's all
There's
this
only
blue shit on
there are
there?
very few options for space colony theme maps
That's fine.
from the map
Alright,
makers
don't
from the map
worry.
makers
We
that
can
I
fix
buy
her.
things
We can
from.
fix her. Give me a second. Keep going.
So there's not just a bunch of bottles and
technology.
shit lying around.
Yeah, there are things around. It does look lived in, but it doesn't look trashed like it does here.
Don't worry. Keep talking. I'll work on it.
Are
For
there
every
any-
room.
Yeah.
So, are there any actual open or discarded bottles anywhere?
Again, it looks lived in, but no, that doesn't look like it's like there's trash everywhere.
Okay. I suppose Gilgamesh would go through this door then.
You find what appears to be, again, a small bath area. You see that there are apparently looking like fake leaves and other things in here, adorning the walls and adorning the areas about to make it look more like a homey kind of feel to it.
He tries to turn on all these faucets and things.
The sink faucet seems to work.
What about the shower and the toilet?
You make your way to the shower. The shower seems to work. You make your way to the toilet. As you flush the toilet does not refill with water.
Hmm. He examines the back of it. He sees that there's like a removable part, and he takes it off.
You look in. There doesn't appear. It appears to be an empty part to the ceramic machine. There's like some things like in it, some pipes and things, but it doesn't look like there's anything in there of any main note. Unfortunately, you don't
back.
really understand toilets.
Yeah, he just puts it back. It's like, well, there's no water crystal in there. That is strange.
Oh my
Why does it feel like we're in some sort of fake room?
The toilet does not work. I did not do it.
when you think of space, oh, okay then. When you think of space colony, you don't expect things to be this uncomfortable to live in.
You also know that if this is the place that you guys thought it was, this was supposed to be toileted out to
Like
the
ultra
rich
luxury, right?
and nobles.
Yeah, it's kind of shit. I don't know.
This is awful. A place that would be catered to the rich. So we're basically now assuming this is probably
If it's
where
the
the
same,
rich and noble.
if it's the same thing,
This is
but
not
again, it doesn't
right.
look like that this is anything that they would find acceptable for their
More-
money.
Yeah, I don't think nobles are known for liking their bottles and guns.
Which, when you then think about it, it's like either they got screwed over, and that Lord Creep was here a lot longer.
Why would
Can
we?
you
ass-
imagine?
I
So,
suppose there's
why
more
would we-
rooms to look at that point?
I don't think this is the colony that the Cherished people were trying to theoretically construct.
Oh
I
no,
think
this
this
is
ship-
not
I
very
think-
luxury.
I think Lord Cube's flagship might be a colony ship. Which makes me wonder why, where are all the people?
Do you guys want to check another room?
Yeah, let's check another room.
Where do you guys like to go?
Oh, we can try
Ugh.
going to, let's say, the room right next to us. Why not this one?
You make your way into the other little lived-in room over here. You find that it looks like it was lived in, just like the other. There's not a lot of differences. It seems to have the terminals. They seem relatively light to Hibiki. The bed seems to be a little bit too uncomfortable. The toilet, when you flush it, does not get refilled with water.
Which is the weirdest part about the sink and the shower still working, but not the toilet.
All right. Wow, there's a lot of. Let's keep moving then. This is wow. There's a lot of not a lot here.
Right?
A little scary.
Here,
We're
this
supposed to live here.
It's a random question, Dika, but does this smell like people live here?
That is a great question, Gilgamesh. Roll me insight.
I will keep
You
this
are the
place
smeller. You actually can
beautiful
smell
boy.
it.
I am borderline feral.
You are borderline feral, so tell us, what does your nose say?
What does it
17.
say?
Gilgamesh, you don't think a single person has lived in this room. Hold on, let me change things as well when I say that to you. Hold on. Gilgamesh, you don't think a single person has lived in this room.
This isn't right.
Gilgamesh.
Not
They're
a.
coming.
He walks out of the room just to the others. I don't smell anything
You don't smell
Oh.
anything.
What?
anywhere. There's not a scent of a single living creature in any of these rooms we've seen so far. No one has been in these rooms except for us.
And potentially the one that set it all up.
Oh, whoever that might be.
But nobody has slept in the bed. Nobody has used the toilet, anything
Yeah.
like that. Nobody has sat in the chair for long enough to leave a butt print.
It
Or
looks
making it
lived
smell
in,
like
but
ass.
it looks lived in, but it isn't. Not a single thing. I think you might have been the first person to actually lay in that bed, Hibiki.
But it's not covered in like dust, and you would have said that the water was putrid, right? If it was still water for like any amount of time.
Stagnant water does have a particular unpleasantness to it, but that's not what's happening here. I don't know what's going on with this place, but it feels fake.
Noting that, he will quickly go back into the room, grab one of the monitors, and I guess attempt to snap it just to see.
You
Or he'll
gra-
have somebody else do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you need us to snap a monitor?
Just snap this thing in half, please. I need to see it.
Just snaps.
You snap it in
Grabs
half.
normally.
Hibiki, there is certain amount of technology in here. There's a certain amount of circuitry in here, but this is not a monitor. This maybe would allow it to light up, maybe, but this is not what you would see inside of like an actual monitor.
Is this normal?
No, that's not a monitor. That's basically a glorified light.
You just toss it to the side.
I guess we keep looking for an actual
Oh,
computer.
I
if
suppose we
there-
can keep looking.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep looking.
If the areas that this place has are weirdly fake for the living areas, the only place I could think of would be the medical area, the security area, one of the leisure areas, or potentially the weapons areas that would have
Even the
anything of actual
flowers.
need.
Even the flowers are fake. I just got back. Why would you have fake flowers?
Here in space.
Actually, fake flowers and stuff wouldn't be terribly like impossible. Sometimes you just
Why
can't.
would you do that though?
because you can't really afford to grow actual plants without a specialized facility for it.
You've constructed a ship that can fly through the emptiness of space, and you gotta find a way to create plant life.
Right?
It's,
Even I've grown a flower.
it's more the logistics of keeping up with it in every part of the ship, rather than you have to save costs somewhere when it comes to, I guess, not peace of mind, but like
Also, different places have their own gravity and different signatures of sunlight.
exactly.
Because every planet's a different way to grow.
That being said, it would be relatively easy. Our amount of biometrics in my home world is far exceeding. We could grow things in a petri dish that you could hardly grow inside any kind of actual greenhouse.
Who is Petrie and why is his dish special?
Very small dish.
Oh,
Should we check one of the
yes.
the weapons part then?
You want to head toward one of
Yeah,
the
why
weapon
not?
rooms?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go in there.
It's
You
a
guys
start.
turn a corner. As
Go
you
over
do,
here.
you see what appears to be a small living area. This one seemingly less for like an individual person and more for just sleeping in general. Maybe it would belong to crew, or maybe it would belong to like a lower income a person who would stay here. But at the moment, it does not seem like it would be any more real or fake than any other ones. As you would step into the areas often here, you would find that stepping into one of the munition areas, the areas in front of you do look as if they would be actually useful. Hibiki, as you step in and you look around, the area seems more like it is usable than anything. That being said, there is no actual seeming I guess the best way to put it, there's no actual munition you can feel like you are able to gain much from. The actual terminal in front of you seems very unique for whatever this seems to be. You don't think that there is just an on switch. You don't think that there is a way to go through different things. It seems like it might be its own personal network more than its own like area around.
A personal network, you say?
Yes. No, not like it's not connected to a network.
Okay.
Yeah, it's its own thing. This seems to be technology that is more isolated than connected.
It has its own
Isolated.
private network, and it has a network that is for itself.
Yeah, a private network as opposed to a public network.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But not what we're specifically looking for.
You're looking for a personal network that will be able to get you into the overall network. This thing is separated from everything. It just does one job.
If this is the case, you said there was a room for security.
Oh, by the way, the one thing you do feel like whenever you look into the thing itself, you're not sure, but you don't see any kind of reload or anything like that area here, which means this is most likely using some kind of energy weapon.
Oh boy!
That's great!
Is it currently targeting anything in particular?
Not with your level of knowledge, unfortunately. You don't know if this is a weapon or if it's some kind of tractor beam or if it's some kind of anything. It does appear to be an external device on the side of whatever ship this would be that would either call something to it or fire something at it. It is a distance something.
It sure does a thing outside the ship that I can't understand.
Unfortunately, even though you are from the most technologically advanced world here, you were never in any kind of situation where you would know anything like this.
I was a baseball star turned supermodel. I don't have any of this kind of thing.
You can turn an iPhone. Let's start with that.
I can maybe turn on an iPhone.
For those who would be outside of this, though, for the players' benefit and for the listeners' benefit, this would be more of like a tractor beam, meaning that if Gilgamesh did stay up into the sky and have different things, maybe they would have had a way to bring him here.
Oh, hey, look, there's my kid. Hey, look, there would have been the onus of my kidnapping arc.
Does this place at least feel like something has been here? Or used it? Gilgamesh?
Does it?
Would you like to do me another insight check?
Yeah.
Go right ahead. I'll make it a little bit easier for you because you know what you're looking for now.
I'm smelling for it now.
That
I'm
is a
rerolling
10
that.
altogether. You're gonna reroll that?
Yeah, I'm not happy with a 10. Not in this case. No,
Are you happier with
that's
an 8?
No. I'm not. But-
I'm gonna check and see if anybody had a thing. I don't think so. Okay. With a 10, you do feel that potentially someone had been here, but not for a long while.
Maybe. It's difficult to discern. If there was, it was quite some time ago.
You also find, Gilgamesh, that as you are following these smells, it leads you to the ceiling of that room. And as you look up toward the ceiling of that room, there appears to be a circle like vent structure and like right above where the seat would be.
What is that? That circle.
Maybe he will look up and look at it.
It looks kind of like a vent, but you're not sure that that kind of a place would need that.
How high up is the ceiling?
It is not that high up. I would say that even, inside this like little pod-like room, you could probably get on the chair and reach it, Gilgamesh.
He does so.
You go to open it, it seems to slide open instead of like swing open. As you slide it open, you look up into what appears to be a straight upward circular tube going again straight up.
It goes straight up. I can't see the end or if it turns.
Everybody is supposed to slide down from up there?
Would one not crash
my
violently
God.
into the seat from that long of a distance?
Oh yeah, that does not look safe. If someone is supposed to slide down into the seat from there, it does not look safe or comfortable.
Even I doubt my ability to survive that without a single injury.
You would land, you would get pissed and probably break the chair in frustration.
Most likely, yes. he just like closes the tube. This place makes less and less sense the more doors we open.
It
Well,
sure
we have more
fucking
doors
does.
to open.
Oh boy.
Do you want to check out one of
Those-
the other rooms?
Yeah, the
Yes.
medical area, right?
You want to check out the medical
Yeah.
area? You guys
Oh,
find,
this is a medical.
yeah. You guys find upon going in toward the medical area, you guys see that there are several hospital beds throughout this place. You find that there is a terminal off to this area, right? Yeah. Right now. Upon coming in here and looking about, you see that each of these beds seems to have a much more comfortable like laying area, and from what you can see, it looks like, I think, yes, 2 of the beds terminals have been broken.
Ah. These terminals look real?
The actual terminals themselves, they appear to be something that would connect, that is just sort of there to display data. There's no like interactions. You can't really interact with it from the monitors themselves. But if there is anything that would be acceptable to look into, it would be this monitor right here. Right there.
Well, let's try it. Let's see if the monitor
Oh, hold on.
has the skill. We can go together.
We can go
You and
together.
I, we can hold hands.
We can hold hands. We can hold hands with the PET.
You, me, and Punch.
You guys go over to it. Hibiki, you look to it, you check it out, you bring your hands up to feel it. It feels real this time.
This one's definitely a real one, which is weird now because everything else was fake.
This isn't a personal one, so it would be a little bit of a risk going into it, but I could definitely check it out.
Well, it seems to be the only thing so far that we've seen that's real, so it would be of worth, I think.
I think we can take the risk. So here, have the enchant again.
All right.
If
I would
you'll
like
once
for,
again-
if you guys are going to do the same buffs, I would like you guys to get rid of your manas for it, please.
1 fire. Does Muna wish to?
One temper.
Hell yeah. We can't combine magics, but we can combine buffs.
Yeah,
Because we're
baby.
using different ones on the same
we go.
person.
Well, you're combining buffs for this because one of the buffs actually can be combined. Let's go with this one. No, that seems way too actually no, we'll go with Firefield. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys
It's beatboxing again.
as you jack in Punch looks off and about. I'm gonna roll to see if there's any protectors of this particular network. Where's that D8? There it is. It's very funny that there's like the very bare minimum of protection in here.
It will make sense.
But is it? Oh! There's a bare minimum protection, but it is a night virus.
Oh.
You guys see what appears to be a small virus that doesn't appear to have any legs, but it is completely armored and is holding in its hands a purple flaming sword.
No, that looks dangerous.
It appears to be around the same size, if not larger than Punch. Punch goes in for it. We're actually gonna have to do attacks here, guys.
Oh, baby.
I would like for one of you to please roll me for Punch's attack.
Oh,
Who is gonna do it?
Okay. Well, I gave them temper, so I think I should roll for their temper.
Roll for it.
See what I did there?
Hell
See
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I see it.
That is a 6 plus their busting level, which is 3. So it's a 9 plus 1 from the fire. Unfortunately, that is a miss. I would like you to
Oh,
roll
so-
another attack.
Oh, this is the wrong color.
That was the
It's
reason
because you
why.
used the wrong color. Yeah.
It makes sense that this is actually where like the big one is. 2, 15 plus the 1 plus the 3. That is a hit. I would like for someone to roll me 2 d6s and a d4, please. Who's gonna do it?
All right.
You doing
I'll
it?
grab the D6s and a D4.
One of those d4s is or one of those d6s is a fire hit because that's the flame attack. So go ahead and roll me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. Everything
4,
hell
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 11 damage. You see them go in for another hit. As they punch into it, a large amount of a shining almost force comes out from it from the temper attack. And then as they hit, the flames erupt out and seem to dissipate some of the flaming sword that they're holding. They have one more attack. That's a good hit, though. That's a really good hit.
Ooh, delicious.
Go for one more attack.
Go.
Go.
Muna, roll the damn attack. I'm
Yes.
playing.
Oh,
This is their last
Oh.
attack of the round, though.
oh.
I believe in her.
That's a hit.
It was the color. It was the color.
color.
Roll me for the damage again.
Come on, let's get some good damage.
6, 2.
8.
That is an 8. Unfortunately, it looks like the virus is still up after that attack. It is going to go for 2 attacks onto Punch.
Punch, no.
You see, whenever this thing hits, it seems to strike down. We got to hope it doesn't hit both. First attack. I'm gonna use these red dice. That is a miss! Oh, thank God. If it hits with both, it gets an unblockable third attack.
Oh, I see.
Fuck.
This
Why would you tell us
thing's
that?
big. This thing's a big one. I think that misses both. It does miss both.
Get
Easy.
fucked, you stupid
Easy
virus.
dub.
All right, it's time for Punch again. Who's rolling for the attacks?
Go, Muna, go.
The
Go,
puncher.
Muna, go.
The puncher.
That
That's a
kind
2.
of was kind of a bad
That's
roll.
still
there,
a
I would
2.
say.
It came down the thing. It could have landed on anything. That is a miss. Go for the next attack.
Okay, this time I'll go this side. It was the side this time and got shy.
It's a 4. That's also a miss.
No, re-roll that.
Oh, re-roll it.
Okay, directly in the middle.
It's a 5. Anybody else want to reroll?
Reroll.
Reroll
I
it.
would use all my rerolls. Fuck it.
Okay, just. Oh,
we
I
have
forgot.
we
I-
have we
I-
have the song playing, so we got it. We got to get this.
Okay, I believe in you, Dice. Mwah.
Kiss it goodnight.
That's a 10 plus their busting level of 3 plus the one from the thing. Do-do-do-do.
Fire also added.
That's the buff
Plus
I'm adding
100.
in. That unfortunately is just a miss.
You fucking. Oh, add on this.
Roll it. Needs to be a 2.
It's a
Easy.
two.
That's a 2.
Easy.
Roll the damage.
Yes. Okay, that's a 10. 10 damage.
You see them go in for a final punch. As they do, they punch through the virus and completely disperse it. They had 25 HP.
Ah,
It's a pretty beefy night. Yeah.
As they punch through it, you see again what appears to be a bit of data remaining after. I'm gonna actually roll for something really quick. Do-do-do-do. That is longsword data. Okay. They got another battle chip data. Unfortunately, they can't really use it at the moment. But as they do that, let's go back to we'll go to this one. Nope. We'll go to this one. Nope. We'll go to this one. We're just gonna go back to Lower Brinstar. So
We give up.
all of them are battle themes. We can't handle it. So after they go through the virus, after you guys see them win and get the data afterwards, you find them go over toward where the terminals are. We have a few minutes before they send another one back to replace them. As they look in. Oh, this appears to be personalized beds.
Personalized beds. What? Personalized for what?
They're personalized for the person that's supposed to lay in them. It appears that the 6 of them are for a single person each, and if that person rests within them, they can bring themselves to full health.
Is there any way to know who they're for?
It says here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Not very clear, but I do appreciate the attempt.
There doesn't appear to be any names listed for them, despite the fact that there are definitely an area here where you could list a name. The names are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
are there any medical records of any of them at all? Like attached to them?
It appears that the 4 that are here, one of them has been in use recently.
How recent?
About 3 or 4 days ago, maybe a little bit longer.
Does that line up with when he heard the scream?
No.
That was 2 days ago with the scream.
Let me make sure that I'm correct. Because it's not that. That was
Okay.
about 2.5 days ago. Yes.
2.5 days ago. So
For
then
this,
that does not line up.
honestly, this would be probably closer to a week ago at this point.
Okay.
Around a week ago. It doesn't have specific dates though.
That is weird.
That's also when those 2 over there seem to shut off.
Is there any data on why that happened?
They look to it. That says 5 and 6 have been removed.
Just to remove? No.
It seemed to be separated by a little bit of time. One of them happened earlier in the day and the other one happened later in the day. I can't really gain much for it.
Damn. That's all there is for this anyway?
There might be security footage of it.
Are you able to pull that up?
I'd
Or do
have
we
to
need
be in
to
the
go to-
security room.
All right, then let's go to the security room and see if we can, and hope that's real. This is so fucking
there.
weird. What is going on with this place? What the fuck?
As you
love
guys
my
make it to
fake
the security
rooms.
room, you do find that because you did not jack them out, they just simply walked over toward the security room from their side. I have to roll to see if there's anything here. Where you at? There you are.
There ain't shit here.
There doesn't appear to be anything here.
Ghost word.
As they move themselves over into the terminals where you guys see Hibiki, you would take your place in the center of it so that you can jack them out if they need to. As they go to it, I can see a little bit of the outside from here, but also, yes, there does seem to be some camera footage from the inside. It seems that they hold footage from up to a month.
Awesome. Let's get the one from a week ago for the medical room.
They seem to bring up the medical room area. As you do, you see... Grab it. There you are. Boop. You see this in the medical room.
Oh. What the They're fully healed?
Except for the one that got vaporized by light, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that would do it, yeah?
I suppose that would do it, yeah.
Also note, you guys only vaporized one of them, but two of them apparently got destroyed entirely that day.
Yeah. Two of them got destroyed that day. Or two of them were destroyed here. So weird. So it's the square fighters?
Meaning, there are only 6 in total of square fighters.
That's crazy.
They're only...
Damn, this dude's really making it work.
I had told you guys like a while ago, whenever you beat them, they just sort of disappear and throw
disappeared,
money.
Yeah, they didn't die, yeah.
There was a certain number of them from the very beginning, and I have not given them more than that. I just have to always remember how many of them die.
He became... We've been fighting the same 6 guys this entire time.
Yes, we've been fighting the same 6 guys this entire time. The one of them we destroyed with light.
Hibiki, have they been trying to make everything seem like there's a massive army when it's just the 6 guys?
Yes, that is how they work, I think.
How much money went
There are
into
5
the
guys now.
facade?
4.
There's 4 guys now, yeah.
There's 4 guys now.
There are now 4 guys, and I guess their ringleader.
There will never be a 5th guy.
There
No,
was a 5th guy. He was vaporized by us.
There was a 5th and a 6th, but they don't have names because they're just the square fighters. Whether or not they were people before then, I don't know.
Would you like to
But-
see the other camera footage from the outside?
Yes, please.
You find as they go to the outside, once again, you go through the different cameras. These are slightly closer to the areas you wish to look at, including another angle of the gummy mine that you had seen before. As they zoom in a little bit closer with it, you're able to see a little bit more from the creature that is on the edge of the gummy mine thing area.
Creature?
Yeah, creature.
We didn't think it was a creature before.
It was a creature. That's why when you asked if it had any propulsion, I was like, you don't see any.
Oh,
Where are you at, you little punk?
Hibiki, I'm starting to think that Lord Cube just needs a friend.
Where you at, you
No,
little
he
punk?
does not need a friend. He needs to disappear forever.
Where you
You
at,
mean
you
duh.
little punk? Where you at, you little
That
punk?
too.
Where you at, you little punk? Where you at,
I'm
you
the
little
punk.
punk? Are you over here?
I'm the punk.
Yeah, there you are. You see what appears to be about 4 of these on the side of the gummy ship area. Or not gummy ship, the gummy mine area.
These the same.
Are they?
They
Wait,
appear to be
that's-
pushing it.
They're pushing the gummy mine.
They are seemingly pushing the
What?
gummy mine, which means they are moving it, and the reason it's moving very slow as opposed to very fast is because they're pushing it.
That
It's
would do it.
not. It's not Akron moving them.
Thank
Seems
God
to,
it's not Akron.
it seems to be either Lord Cube or somebody else moving them.
That's good to
Akron-
know.
Does Akron even know?
That's why they're moving slow, so he doesn't notice them. And also, they're so big and those are so small. So it works out in their favor by it being slow.
Also, you now understand why this thing would have been a boss fight for you, as 4 of them are moving that massive structure.
4. Okay, I thought it was 1 moving them.
Four.
No, 4 of them are moving it, but still, it's a massive structure.
Every day you learn something scarier.
Oh no, it's gonna be that Dark Souls thing where the boss enemy is just a regular mook now.
Ha!
But it's still deadly.
Yes, you see what appears to be 4 of these creatures on the side of it pushing it, which you can't see the other gummy mines that have been moved, but you can assume potentially similar things happening with them.
So the fact that we can see it means that they're moving them.
The fact that there's a camera on them means either Lord
Yes.
Cube was watching them or Lord Cube sent them.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's aware of it. At least we know that it's definitely not Akron doing it.
It's word to say, that's good to
That
know. Even if it's
also
a worrying
means-
implication.
Also, with the implications that we were looking for a personal computer, we're not going to find one here.
Unfortunately,
the
it seems like that's probably the case. I can still feel several places that I mentioned to you before. The engine room still seems to have whatever the generator that the conduit upstairs is using. There's also that one bionic that's connected to the network a little bit further away from here.
Yeah, you said there were other living things here.
Now that we are seeing what we just saw, I can only assume it's those creatures, the ones that we saw in the footage before.
Mm-hmm.
Because there does appear to be a short amount of them, but they are moving rather sporadically through this place.
Are there any new files in this particular that would have been like from like 2.5 days ago?
Not that I'm seeing, no. That being
Okay.
said, it does look like there's an open channel here.
What does that mean?
Open communication between one person and another.
Do we risk saying hello?
It'd be funny, however, it would be a problem.
You wouldn't be able to do it from here either way. I can only see it. In order to actually have access to it, you have to go to that terminal.
And that terminal is in the engine room?
No, that terminal is in the same area that I'm finding that biotic that's connected to the network.
Well, do we want to go to the engine, or do we want to find this biotic?
I want to find this biotic.
then let's do that.
It is rather far away. You wouldn't be able to return to the engine if you made your way there. At least in any short amount of time.
Would it be easier to, I suppose, more straightforward to go to the engine and then see this?
Oh, the engine is right upstairs where you guys were at the other time, just in the opposite direction.
Oh,
That's pretty close.
let's go.
Let's see it.
Let's go look at the engine, and then we'll go find the biotic. Do you want to check out here?
Probably safest, yes.
All right then.
At this point, there are several other rooms you guys can attempt to look in. However, if you guys would like to move your way upstairs, you definitely can.
Yeah, I think we're, unless we have anything else we want to look in here.
Unless we find a room that's just chock full of money that they've been throwing at us.
Well, they have cue balls if we want to take those.
There are rooms back here that are, again, I mentioned that were more for recreation, as well as a main area back here that I mentioned was also connected to the munitions.
Shall we take a quick look around, see if there's anything useful, and then go?
Yeah, sure, let's look
Sure.
around. It's nothing worth hurting.
Hell yeah.
You guys
Not in
make
any
your
like,
way
huge hurry, so.
toward the back area of this place, as you guys do. Upon stepping into the area here, you do note that the area off to the side here is apparently some kind of group leisure room. You guys can make your way there. There also appears to be a kitchen right on this section. And again, the munitions area right in front of you.
I half expect there to be like a dartboard with our pictures on it. But yeah.
We could check munitions.
Yeah. Hibiki will go up and check munitions. If y'all want to go look at the other stuff, y'all can.
And if Julian asks me to start stealing cue balls, I'm gonna just follow you.
But it'd be funny. They just couldn't find like the 8-ball.
Yeah, you turn around, you walk back, so Ro has like an 8-ball in his mouth.
You find upon coming here, this area appears to be a lot more sophisticated than the other munition areas. You also find note that this area appears to have some straps along the chair that seems to be almost as if it's going to connect into something or someone. In front of you, you see what appears to be actual terminals connected to this place. And as far as the terminals in front of you are concerned, according to Punch, these are actually connected to the network around here, meaning this area seems to actually have a personal computer.
Holy shit, wait a minute. I mean, shit. Let's go.
This area does appear to be the personal computer of, it seems to be D2.
D2.
I'm guessing when it came to the square fighters, they had like different.
You know the names of all the other square fighters.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And this is
So-
not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This is D2.
Well, 2D, D2, what do you got?
You make your way into the personal computer. This way, as you do, it is a lot safer to come into here. You find that in the thing of D2, it is a very dark network. Doesn't appear to be any kind of customization or anything off and around it. But the one thing you would notice is there does appear to be a bit of almost clippings as you look through it. The actual network itself, while it doesn't have a lot of personalization, it looks like there's a lot of corrupted memory and a lot of different types of smaller files that are often about. Whenever you try to have one of them open, it just seems to halt for a moment. However, let's see here. It should be easy to compile these together. You have to give me a little bit of time and done. Okay, so
Oh, that was way
Wow, that
faster
was
than I
a little
thought.
you see them
Expected.
grab the pieces of corrupted data. They just sort of smush them together and then throw out like a small little like green chunk of it.
Dude, Winrar goes crazy now.
Watching you
Sorry that
interact
took so long.
That wasn't long. I'm taking longer by
pretty
saying that I'm
fast.
impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, it was pretty long for me, not long for you guys probably.
It was not at all. It's interesting how you can just interact with data like that.
Oh, this is simple stuff. We used to take this stuff back through teenagers' laptops but to each other.
God, I wish I lived in that world.
Teenagers
This is
without pow-
This is mostly different kinds of communication. These right here are simple, not spamware, but it looks like it is a advertisements.
Advertisements?
Here. They bring one of them up. As you do, you see what appears to be a flyer-looking object with very small amounts of deterioration from the corrupt data that seems to call forth a small bit of attention to the colony of New Cherish.
The colony of
What?
Cherish?
What the fuck?
The colony
Huh?
of New Cherish, and about how there were different levels of interest that one could have in it. You could buy different tiers of service from the colony of New Cherish, including evacuation in this attempt of emergency, teleportation to get to and from your facilities relatively quick, and what appears to be different levels of habitability when you got here, including absolute preservation of your physical being. Whenever they see what appears absolute preservation of your physical being, as it shows what appears to be the medical facilities, which you guys know are able to, if you are laying in them, immediately return you to full health.
So, like,
Is this the colony?
was he here the whole fucking time? Was he here? Wait.
From what I could tell from the medical records, they were never meant for anything else, meaning that the advertisement here would have been complete lies. It's not easy to overpower genetic code, so they would have had more of those facilities built, especially with the level of technology this place has.
That advertisement, does it have like a date attached to it?
This appears to be around 12 years ago, according to the Cherished calendar.
Has he been here for 12 years and nobody knew?
Not only that, it looks like there are quite a few records of money exchanges that would have happened here. Quite a few, honestly.
Money exchanges for what, the colony?
For the facilities, yes. And it looks like there were, there appears to be a lot of different sharing of images between clients and customers. It looks like most of the facility was taken into account for photography and things of that nature. They show you a picture of one of the rooms, as well as the layout of said room completely cleaned out.
Was it a photography studio?
Are there pictures of people?
Let's see here. I can't find many of them that are complete, but there is one picture of a person looking like they're enjoying the facilities.
Show us.
Please show us.
They bring up the picture of apparently a person enjoying the facilities. As they do, you see what appears to be inside of one of the billiard areas, one of the billiard room areas, a familiar face.
How familiar?
How familiar is his face, Tico?
Oh, show me his face.
Right here.
Define.
Oh my god.
Where?
Right here.
What?
No.
Where? How is that possible?
Teleportation was one of the things.
But 12 years.
You would note that they look relatively younger,
So basically,
but they're basically wearing the same stupid hat.
Lord Cube's whole bit here, he's been here for at bare minimum 12 years.
Is
Meaning
is Lord Cube from Cherish?
That doesn't make any sense though, right?
He's an alien to your world,
But
and you're an alien here. We all are, except for Zero.
he's supposed to just be this huge, I guess, interdimensional at this point conqueror.
Well, I suppose if you could find a way to break through the gummy block barrier, why not find it here?
They have an intrinsic knowledge of the stuff, and they've built these stations, these mines. This
You
world.
remember for a moment the conversation you had with Michelle before, with how it's very difficult and very odd for any world to be able to traverse the stars as Lord Cube should have. You remember the conversation you had with Michelle where he said that the only way it could be possible is with technology that would be made from those things that would be the makeup of the barriers of the world. The only way it's possible to traverse the stars and go to different planets is through gummy ships and gummy ship travel.
Does he call himself Lord Cube because gummy blocks come in cube shapes?
I mean, originally it was this joke between me and Deco about like a square, like a cube, a giant cube thing, and like the word being like a misspelling of cube. But
Gilgamesh is actively asked.
before.
Wait, of course not. Gilgamesh actually asked that question out loud. We can ask him before we kill him.
Does that mean that he escaped when the world was being consumed by darkness, so I've lost that time that he had? Is that how long ago my world was destroyed?
Who knows how long ago these invasions of our world were happening?
You remember when Michel first brought you all here, that he did say you guys could have been floating through space, through nothingness for a long time before you were able to be found by them. You don't know how long you guys were off in space, or off in the nothingness of the darkness.
Lord Cube's a Cherished or whatever helmet he wears. I'll be slightly annoyed.
I'd hope not.
Well, might be annoyed because I would want to break the egg, but I cannot break the egg. It's just wrong.
You do know, Zarel, you would understand, especially from all the Cherish you have seen, that whenever a Cherish is reborn, while they have the memories, just like with your Banshee friend, they don't consider themselves the person that they were before.
Yeah, it's just a different guy, yeah.
Yes, I'm aware. It's my nature.
However, if you forgive me, I have to go break a cube all day. Well,
Fuck you,
emotions.
Fuck you, child Cocklacot, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you guys are just like still talking. He
Like
walks
at
away.
max,
You're
probably
like a smash.
like at max, probably like 12-year-old Cocklacot, you piece of shit. Bam.
Like that 12-year-old.
Not canon, but just Zarel like is about to do something. Wait, temper. Go slay him.
So like, to be fair, that 12-year-old was evil from the start.
That's true.
He was evil from the start.
You come back and he's holding the 8-ball.
You know, according to what you guys learned in Cocklacot's Manor, that would have been around the time that he would have murdered his family and took over ownership of this.
I'm gonna go bring it again.
Okay.
I also need to say, does that mean that Cocklacot was either dealing with Lord Cube and Boa separately, or were they always all
It's mostly
working
just
together?
it's mostly probably just he was a very influential and rich person.
Yeah, so it was because it seemed like Boa was just going to go meet with Cube when he left earlier. It did not seem that they were already
It's
working together.
it's most likely a coincidence of just a person with a lot of money that would have definitely wanted full body preservation and like bullshit like that. And would have probably definitely thrown themselves in with a global scam.
Yeah, he would do
There's
that.
something crazy about the fact that we're now learning that this guy has been setting up the fire festival in here.
It's like,
What
well,
the
it's
fuck is this plot?
Now I'm just waiting for the ball with this tiny ball pit in the middle of one of the giant rooms.
That's a lot.
so
Around the 8 ball.
That's about everything I can gain from most of these. Seems like Lord Cube would have gained quite a lot of wealth from the data and from the money he would have taken in from this. I don't think that there's ever been many people that would have recuperated that wealth, or I don't know if they even ever sent any complaints in.
they didn't live long enough to make a complaint.
Hmm.
It
Probably most of them
matters.
were killed off then.
Unfortunately, I still can't get any access to the two-way communication I mentioned before from here. So yeah, we'll have to go to the biotics area.
Mm-hmm.
Would
What
you
do you
like to make
say?
your way up to the engine room? What were you saying,
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, before that?
D2. That's it. There's no real name.
Not from what I can see, no. It looks like this was used for some kind of upper echelon member of this place. Perhaps it was used to gain any kind of influence or any kind of communication between them and their leaders or them and their clients.
Looking up, does this room also have one of those circular tube things?
Looking up, yes, it does.
Is there any information about the fact that there's like a weird tube connected to these rooms?
Let me see.
I guess it would probably be in like travel, potentially. Because they're not vents. They're not
It
airflow.
appears to be safety of some kind. It seems to eject from somewhere to come here. It seems to be in the event of reconstruction.
Reconstructure?
Structure? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does this ship change shape?
I don't know.
The
Perhaps,
biotic might
perhaps it's
know.
even if the wing were to be expunged from this ship, maybe there's some kind of way to drop weight or to drop off areas that have been breached.
Perhaps maybe Primus might have some insight into machinery like this then. We'll have to ask him.
They have quite an interesting way to keep their technology here. Not every bit of information is in one spot. The only way I could think of for that is to go into the main wing and maybe go to the captain's area.
We will go there then, after we meet with the biotic.
That's the problem. I can't find where that is.
You can't find it? What is... It's just not around this area?
It's not physically connected to anything here.
The what?
I don't know how best to explain it. It looks like the network goes off somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Where?
They seem to just be looking through it. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. The network doesn't go down to the planet. It doesn't go to any satellites going around this area. There's not enough range for long-range teleportation. The only way I could see any of this working, and this would be weird in my world, but not here, but the only way I could see any of this being the case is magic.
Magic.
It seems to go off toward a different area magically.
Entirely. Just different area of the ship.
There
That's
appears to be a
Wait.
place in the ship that is not on the plane of existence that we are on.
A demi-plane.
That sounds familiar.
Magic and technology merging.
Again, on my
Yes.
world, something like that would be completely preposterous.
I'm glad you were able to understand that that's what it is, then if
I'm
it's
making a guess.
We will
I-
investigate this.
Nothing
Then.
scientifically makes sense, so I have to conclude it's magic.
That is usually the best option. Yes.
Would you like
But
to
it
make
would
it up
make
to the engine
sense.
room?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where the biotic is.
No.
No, the engine room's a separate thing, but we wanted to
The
go
engine
into it
room
because
is
it's
where that source of energy that was connected to the conduit that you first saw coming into this area is.
Fine. Let us go to the engine room then.
and maybe Ramu can get whatever she wants out of it too.
I
Potentially.
suspect whatever this stone is supposed to be they're looking for might be supplicated by the engine.
You make your way
Hopefully.
all the way to the end of the area you're in. As you do, you head upwards into the areas that are off and above the area, and then you return back to the main conduit room before looking to the opposite direction. As you do, boop.
I nearly expected with the yellow that it'd be a bunch of Pikachus. I almost saw that.
Pika,
Oh my
Pika,
God,
Pikachu!
Pikachu.
Pika, Pika,
They wouldn't be.
Pikachu!
They wouldn't be Pikachu's. They'd all be Voltorns. Get it
Like
right.
Pokemon Ranger, where they just have the Pikachu's locked up the walls.
I'm on a thing over there. Yeah, that's why that happens. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. You guys would find yourself going off into what appears to be another area. Look to the if you look to the north and south of these areas, it seems to lead further off into different bays of the ships. You're decently sure this would have been where you would have had to come in from if you would have walked the way here. As you guys look forward, you see what appears to be a large pulsing crystal inside of the center of the area where the engine is. As you look to it, the only thing that really comes to mind looking at how this crystal is, again, pulsing beyond what you can see, is the crystal appears to be made of potentially gummy block. You have heard several times from Michelle that one of the things you guys could use from the gummy station was something called a gummy engine.
See if we found our replacement already. How do we get it out of here?
I feel that as soon as we attempt to get it out of here, we may have an issue with the inhabitants of this place. They'll either send someone here to check on it, or they may just immediately know that we are here.
After we dispose of all the enemies here, we will then take it for our purposes. In any case, he Gilgamesh puts takes Ramu off and puts her on the floor.
Ramu makes their way over to it as they look at the gummy engine. Pika, 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 cha! As they
She's having fun.
jump on top of the pulsing, almost waterbed textured thing in the center of this this orb. As they do, they appear to be pulsing with energy as they are now vibrating. The energy inside turning from blue to yellow as a Pika.
Come on, Ramu, do your thing.
I hope it's working.
As Ramu is going to do their thing, Ramu, unfortunately, you're not going to gain an evolution. Sucks for Ramu. It sucks for Ramu.
How could you do this to your girl?
However,
Do any of us have a rock they could hold? Maybe
however,
That's
Ramu is going to be gaining something pretty good from this. Because you're able to give Ramu up to both the conduit and the engine, Ramu is going to be gaining a slight.
Aha! What?
Holy shit.
They can do that.
This
She can
certain
do that?
slight they can. Because this certain slight, while I'm going to put it up here, is called Thundara.
Oh, okay, level 3 thunder. Cool.
Not level 3, level 2.
Oh, Thundara. I think it's a Thundaga. I'm like, ah.
Thundaga.
They're going to
level
get
2
Thundara.
thunder.
I know what Thundara is going to do. However, I do not have Thundara there. The reason I know is because I have a different slide for a different thing. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later. But they're going to have access to Thundara as Ramu floats upon this, lays down on it, looks for a second after they absorb enough energy that they just sort of look down. They flop down with a disappointed look on their face.
Pat, pat, pat. Picks up.
Okay, Ramo. We'll eventually find what you're looking for.
They jump up and off of it. They walk away dejected.
Kicking feet.
And scoop.
Despite the fact that they are probably more powerful than any actual Raichu that exists.
I remember that feeling.
It's not about the power. It's about the change in shape.
Worry not, Ramu. We will find your treasure,
You
whatever
know
it
what
is.
suck for Ramu?
But
If they have like an Everstone on them and we have no reason to check.
You guys just check. You guys just check like in their fur. It's like, oh damn, there is an Everstone in there.
Oh, you had an Everstone in there. That's crazy.
It's okay, stone evolutions don't count.
Oh, we
when
have
it comes
something
to
to go.
level.
Oh, hey, cool rock.
Did we find an Everstone?
Yeah.
It looks as if you make your way down to the south, you'll be able to make your way back toward the area you were going to before. And if you make your way to the north, you'll be able to find the way toward the biotic I mentioned before. And potentially toward that area that I have no idea where it is on ever at.
Is there a terminal here that you can use for any more information?
Mostly the area here seems to be for taking in and redistributing that electricity. While, yes, usually something like that could be terminal on my worlds, probably isn't set up for one here.
It would probably have it more in a more centralized control area.
Right.
Center of Sword.
Would you like to make your way toward the north of here? Or would you like to make your way back toward the areas that we were at before?
Next time we confront this biotic creature.
As you guys are going to move up toward the north, going through the area, stepping through the now different halls of this place, you would note that the halls themselves appear to be very much sectioned off, potentially again for either this place to move or for this place to be dislodged and flown off into space. As you guys would step through these, I would like for each of you to roll me for your agility, please.
Oh, okay.
Not agility, but that's my stat.
Well, use it.
15 plus 0 for 15.
14.
That would be 16.
And you got a 10 altogether?
10.
Only one of you failed it, which is to say you guys succeed.
Yeah.
As Zarel is the dead weight among all of you as far as stealthing your way through this is concerned, you guys are able to as you hear some kind of situation up ahead of you, you're able to grab and move Zarel off into a corner area just as I'm gonna go to
Being pulled away.
hold on, I'm gonna go to
Where'd that cane come from?
I'm gonna go to not that one.
Okay, I thought that was funny.
Not that one either. Fuck, where's it at? Maybe. No, not there. 1 second. Where you at? We'll just go to the Old Faithful.
The old
Corridor of Elements, baby. All right. As walking by, you can see 3 creatures coming into your guys' view and then leaving it, going in the direction of the area you just came from. As you see,
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
these three figures making their way.
Oh fuck, I broke their pool table.
They appear to be making their way through, at which point something comes to mind about the three of them as they make their way through. I would like for each of you to roll me for your experience.
Are these familiar?
I mean,
Yeah, they're
familiar, meh, but something does come to mind to you guys as you see them moving.
16.
19, 18. Wait, I don't know how to count.
2, so 14.
Gilgamesh and
12.
Zarel. D2. Oh, Dark Defender.
Oh,
Oh my god.
it knows how to write.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
This thing's been around a lot longer too, huh?
Maybe they're not as mindless as we thought they were.
If you remember, the other one was the one you guys fought before was definitely not mindless.
No.
They were more. They were definitely had less personality to them, but they fought you guys with skill and determination.
Yeah.
I also have to make mention again the way that suit looks. Oh my god.
It's super cool.
The
So
veiny
amazing.
texture
The little
on the
fucking
things.
antenna being like part of the shoulders. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the shoulders are really great idea. That's fucking inspired. Fuck. All right.
All right, now we're all gonna suck Grab's dick at once. Let's do it.
So just
As you see these creatures move just a little bit away, one of the square fighters like kind of turns like. You see the defender turn and seem to, for a second, go and step over, looking like it's going towards you guys. However, it seems to just literally grab the square fighter from the top of the cranium and yeet him into the room, away from you, away from everyone.
I just imagined it picked it up by its antenna and tossing it.
It seems to not be in any way wanting to deal with its shit before moving forward.
It has dealt with these things for 12 fucking years, apparently. I now just assume it killed one of them. And that's why that 2 are gone instead of just the 1.
You now see the empty hall ahead of you. Congratulations on not getting into a fight right there.
yeah.
Yay. Let's
Let's
go.
hurry. I think we found our D2. Maybe one of them.
You guys find, as you maneuver yourself forward, you see what appears to be, at the end of this main hall, a dead end.
No.
This should be the room the biotic is in, but I don't see anything.
It's a dead end for us.
That's
Gilgamesh starts feeling the walls because he knows his brother is also full of bullshit with walls.
Gilgamesh, you start feeling the walls. Roll me for your magic.
My brother love hiding fake walls and dead ends in this labyrinth. 8. I don't like that, but I don't have anything to do
Gilgamesh.
against it anymore.
Gilgamesh, what are you doing as you're feeling this wall? What is your intent?
Usually searching for some kind of trigger, a mechanism, a switch, a button, something like that.
So you're wanting to find something to get you forward.
Yes.
Roll me for your resilience.
Okay.
That's good.
That's a 19.
I will only take half, and that's good
Oh.
for you.
Half of what?
Half of what? Half of what? First off, give me your shield.
Okay.
Okay, hand me your
Not
shield.
half.
Gilgamesh, you bring your hands up and about. As you do, you find something about you touching this area seems to immediately drain some of the magic around you. For a moment, you feel a glimmer of something activate, but then immediately go away. You know, if you touch it again, something will happen, but you feel it will drain some of your magic. Do you want to do it?
What do you mean drain my magic?
I'm going to take half of your mana away from you for a bit.
I don't get to choose which half you take, do I?
You do not know. In
Of
fact,
course.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm taking your dark magic.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be the opposite.
No,
I'm going to do the opposite.
You are literally the only person that could have interacted with this.
He will do. He looks at his hand like, Without a word, he just does it again.
Okay. Gilgamesh. You feel
Silly boy.
half of your total magic disappearing in an instant. You feel that is the darkness magic that you had recently gained make its way into this area. And for a moment, all of you guys see Gilgamesh buckle slightly, but appearing beside and slightly behind Gilgamesh, you see what appears to be almost a diamond of this golden energy, just seemingly floating in the air. As you see this diamond of golden energy, there's an exclamation from the PET. That's data in the real world.
Data?
That's mystery data.
Touch it.
What are we doing in the real world? I don't.
It should not have the ability to cross over such as that. But perhaps this will open up some way to go into the room. Perhaps this is how they've connected the magic to the terminals. That would mean that the room that the biotic is in that space that I mentioned before. I could sense the space, I just couldn't see what it connected to.
So we grab this and the door opens.
Potentially. Though again,
Grab.
you guys see Gilgamesh disappear.
Oh,
Oh,
let's go.
The
other side.
The diamond disappears as well.
oh, well. All right.
Oh no! Oh shit! I need to pull the death card. What do you mean?
As the diamond disappears as well, Muna, you see
Yes.
the slightest outline of that magical technology that is there. Upon seeing it, you don't know if you can interact with it like Gilgamesh did, but you feel that you might be able to reactivate it. This is a big might for you, though. You'll have to roll me for your magic to see if you can.
Okay, hold it back. No, hold on.
I love playing an impulse character.
That's a 21, I think.
You feel like you
Holy
can.
shit.
Roll me for your
one character in this game randomly teleported.
roll me for your lil power, please. And you have two
Little
fleetings.
power.
Roll me for your lil power, and you have two
Little
fleetings.
power.
Okay, the first one is 13.
Okay, roll again.
Okie dokie.
The second one
You also got a
is
heroism from Clean Predator. Nice.
8.
Roll me again.
Come on, give
Big
us
number.
the dragon.
Big dragon number.
Roll me again.
Okay,
You got another one from Bluebird.
You going?
thank you.
Never stop. Don't stop.
Okay, so 15 was the highest.
I love crit fishing. It's my favorite.
Muna, I'm going to take a bit
Yes.
of your mana. Not nearly as much as it would have get taken from Gilgamesh, because you don't have the mana that it likes. As you will take a bit of your mana to activate this, you will also find, since you have over 25 mana, lower your over 25 shield. Lower your shield by 15, please.
Oof.
Oof, oof.
Okay, I did make it work like that.
As you see the data, quote unquote, appear in front of you once again, You now know that if you touch it, you will disappear with where Gilgamesh is.
So we all need to
Okay,
touch each
Let's
other.
do
and
it
touch
together. All right.
Touch my shoulders.
I will hold one shoulder of yours for safekeeping, and another one on the crystal for also safekeeping. Not right now, but you get the point.
You
All right,
guys
on the
hold on
count
to
of
each other.
three.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2. Is it 0 or 1?
Wait, what do you?
We all touch the crystal at the same
touch
time.
it. Touch it. We
Gilgamesh.
touch it. It's fine.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Let me change the music really quick.
Gilly boy.
It seems
Not
I've
that
made a mistake. No, we've made a mistake.
What the fuck? Where's it at? There we go. Kalima Forest. I need to remember it's Kalima Forest. You step into an area that seems to, for a moment, give you a wash over of magical energy. For a second, you feel like you were transported home with how much magic is in this area. As you are transported through what appears to be this space, you see in front of you.
Oh, what the fuck?
We call it the Pentagon. That's sort of like hexagon, really.
You find your way stepping out from a large door-like area that seems to be made of that same golden energy. As you step in, you see that there is quite a number of things around here that you recognize, including a terminal that you've seen before,
I see a couple
And-
things in here.
a thing you've seen
Boa's,
before,
Boa's tube thing,
And the enchanting
and the
table.
enchanting table.
the tinting table, and his term.
As you get
No.
here, the first thing you will notice is that the tank itself is full to the brim with a dark liquid.
Dark eco, I see.
And again, as you stand here and as you look to yourself, you feel like you're able to move a lot better in this area. This area seems to be emanating much more magic than you feel that you have ever felt on the world of Cherish.
I like this place already. Okay. Is there anybody here?
Doesn't seem like it. There's also appears to be a door off to the very area of the room over here.
This hologram in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
It
Is
appears
this
to be
Cherish?
depicting the world of Cherish. The only way you know that is because there's a little tiny like tree sticking out from the side.
This looks like he's just looking at all of this, just dark liquid.
There does appear to be a dark liquid over in this area. As you look to it, it appears to be completely dense. You are not able to see much of anything in it. But like the area before, there is a enchanting area right beside of it, as well as there appears to be a large cauldron-like area full of some kind of a dark red liquid as well.
Does it smell like blood?
As you look into it and you give a whiff of it, it doesn't smell like blood, no. There is something chunky in it, but it does not seem to smell like blood. As you give it a smell, it doesn't really smell like anything.
He reaches in to grab one of the chunky things.
You grab what appears to be a very chunky like object inside of here. Upon doing so, pulling it out, you see something difficult to explain. You see potentially the antennae of a Heartless?
Is this a shadow?
They were able to get it immediately. So I will say that right afterwards, you hear a noise behind you and you see the others appear in that door.
We're here.
You guys look over at
Alright.
Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is holding onto what appear to be a Heartless antenna.
Gilgamesh, are you having a baby?
What?
Why is
Well,
that
the
your
heartless
first-
baby?
I found it in the
We
cauldron.
originally talked about him having like heartless inside him or something, so I would assume that something weird happened here.
No, I pulled it from the
understand
cult.
that logic, actually.
Muna,
True.
coming into this area, you feel a connection to magic more than you felt in quite a while. As you feel this, I would like you to, for a moment, if I can get this correct, because I never seem to get it right anymore, and I hope I get it right. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Let's go for it.
Muna? Oh no, it's a little bit deeper. Muna, I can finally feel you again.
Hades.
Where is it that you are? You seem to be off of Cherish.
We went to.
You guys are all able to hear this.
Oh, whoa.
We're
hear him
somewhere.
Oh? I feel all of your friends at the moment.
How?
Hibiki, can you explain where we are? I have a hard time comprehending the whole.
So we're on technically a spaceship in space that we've entered a data door that shouldn't be in the real world into this weird magical data-y space that looks like a lab from
I
Estes
see.
Boa. I don't know why
Interesting.
we can hear you here or why you can feel us here. That's weird.
The area that
You-
you're currently in feels like one of the different deepest points inside of the world of Cherish, the ones that are far underground, similar to the area that is beneath the moving isle.
Are we back on Cherish?
No, you definitely are not. But the area itself seems very similar to that area, which is very interesting. All of you are here then, correct?
All four of
Having
us,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4, yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. Zarel?
Hmm?
You're the one most likely to say yes. Could I borrow some of your magic, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Zarel,
I'm annoyed at your assumptions.
Zarel,
but you
how
are still
much-
correct.
how much mana are you willing to give?
Yeah, here you go, man.
How
Muna,
much you want to give? Yeah.
Muna, I would like
That's Muna's homie. I'm cool.
Muna, I would like you to roll me. Should I even have you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
How much
Muna,
mana
roll
is
me a d20 9 times.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
1.
20. The first one being 20 would have been the funniest shit on earth.
2.
The 17.
Oh.
At 20.
Let's go! Let's go, it counts!
Roll.
Muna,
Let's do it! The
you
fuck up
feel-
was the man!
you feel as magic leaves Zarel, you can tell that the magic, not the magical potential of Zarel, that's still within them, but as literal physical magic leaves Zarel, it seems to enter in toward you. And upon doing that, you feel a connection to flame, as if you never have felt another before, as you are given the blessing of Hades, at which point you are gifted a slight.
Oh,
Ooh.
You are gifted the power of Fyra.
wait. These are. Wait. The higher level magic forms are fucking slights.
If you remember how that works in a certain card game, that's how you get them.
Chain of memory sucks. Fuck you.
That's where the
Okay.
term slight came from.
Yeah, well, that's dumb, and I hate slights like that.
Listen, Chain
I
of
did-
Memories wasn't bad. It just
Breath by Sleep was better.
Well, yeah, but still, who cares? You can't apples and oranges, dude. Fyra, perform a fire
it's
spell
technically
that
true.
uses double the damage dice and counts for 2 attacks for any buffs that may be active. For example, if you have the temper buff on yourself, instead of just adding 1d4, you'll be adding 2d4. You can also increase this damage the same way you can increase a fire spell. If you look over at your adept training, a fire spell's damage, shielding, or healing can have its dice increased in them this type of ways. So you can get their bigger dice by using a blue or a red AP. That being said, The main thing from this spell, if you successfully hit your opponent with the first part of this ability, you can use one more blue AP to burn them as well, just without a save. It does cost 1 extra mana as what you would use for 2 attacks, though.
Also, it only costs 2 actions, so you can still do another thing like attack or something. That's awesome.
As you are gifted this, as Hades themselves, since you guys don't have the ability to do this yet, Hades themselves will combine magics for you.
That's fucked.
As
Like,
Hades,
don't worry, I'll do it.
as Hades takes the mana of Zarel and makes Fyra for you. By the way, that's why I said earlier I knew what Thundara would do. It literally does the same thing listed on the Fyra card there, only for Thunder. That being said,
There we are. That should do. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but you guys keep going away from the trial that I put in front of you.
We'll hopefully do the trial soon.
Yeah, as you can say, we've had pressing issues one after another.
Unfortunately, you may not be able to.
Really?
Why?
Currently, that little devil thing that you gave me, that Heartless, I believe you called it, is making quite an upsetting noise below my lava. I feel like I may have to take the magic away from that trial in order to continue to hold it down there. So until that thing is gotten rid of, I may not be able to send you on my trials.
Should we get rid of them?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm plenty powerful enough to keep it at bay for a while, but it seems to be getting stronger for some reason.
It's because we keep killing them, I think. They're trying to reform into the bigger version.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Only yours and the one held by the other god are still remaining from what we know.
Well, hopefully that god is as powerful as I am, otherwise they'll have a hard time keeping this thing at bay.
Oh no. Gilgamesh looks up at the. He just looks up at the disembodied voice, looks at the ceiling like, it is not. This is a problem.
It may be a sooner rather than later thing for you to go and do that. That being said, if you take care of that one, I don't know how long I'll be able to hold this one in that case.
Well, then we have to strike quickly when we do that, then.
Interesting.
Are you able to just teleport it somewhere?
I could move it upon this plane of what I have access to. Not very far, but I could move it to certain areas around the place. Let's see, about how far do I have influence? I could move it to the lower cities. I could move it around as far as the place that I moved you from before. So around anywhere from where I'm at to that prison area that you were all at.
How fast can we get from that underground place to the prison then? So we might have to go from one to the other.
Oh, you're not talking to me, my bad.
Sorry, I was talking out loud though, so
I'm not
everyone
used to
could comment
talking to
on it.
all of you. You all have very interesting minds.
Don't go prodding in places you're not ready for.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to go very far in yours at all.
In any
Looks
case.
into Darrell's mind. Wow, what a polite lad.
That being said, it appears that if there are issues, I could attempt to give some aid to this other deity if they're within my influence. I think I should do that rather than speak with you. I will make my way away.
Right.
Take care.
Thank you very much. You sure you don't want us to deal with that,
Before I go,
creature?
what is the other mind that is there? They're not
Other
saying
mind?
anything.
Is it someone near me specifically, or is it in the tube over there?
I don't know what you're saying. I
We
can't
have-
see you.
I have a device that has a digital being in it.
Oh, that's probably it then. All right,
Unless-
later on. Bye.
Okay.
They disappear.
Fascinating. He just tosses the antenna back into the bucket. Well,
It could have also been whatever the fuck's in that goop that you're looking at, since apparently there are heartless
be in the
pieces in it.
Or it could be whatever's in the full tube over here.
It could be.
If there's something in there.
Speaking of the digital being with you, I believe that over there is the area that has the two-way communication, as they motion over toward the terminal that's in the opposite side of the room.
That makes sense. I think it's a personal one for research. I don't know.
Oh, this
If
would
that-
definitely be a personal
It would
computer.
have to be, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's get you hooked up then. Maybe you can tell us what's going on.
All right. As you connect yourself to the personal terminal, let me get more Mega Man music because Golden Sun music is wearing on my brain for a second.
It's cooking your head.
I love rope. I love it, but it's like, come on, you know, like there are other things other than squeaky GBA music. Let's listen to some other squeaky GBA music.
Oh yeah. Here we go again.
This is the squeaky GBA music I need.
It's beatboxing again.
You guys find that as you get into this area, there we are. This is a pretty organized space, actually.
Oh, that's someone actually being working on this one.
There's not a lot that I can get that isn't completely encrypted, which means there's not a lot I can do without summoning any viruses, but I do have access to that open call. I also have some access to some of the facilities that are in this area. This appears to be the captain's computer.
I'm beginning to have a sneaking suspicion on who the captain is.
No, it can't fucking be. They can't be the same fucking person. No. I wanted to kill both of them.
There are
Wow.
logs from things that I can see through here. Now that I'm at the open channel, I can tell you who they were in contact with, whoever is here.
Who was it?
Sure, who was it?
It appears to be in contact with a person on Cherish. A person called Hyena.
Hyena.
Do we know Hyena?
Not that I can think of.
Does it seem to have any designations for anything? Picture,
No,
occupation?
but there are others listed here.
Such as?
Cyborg, Blood, let's see here. 1 second, I'm looking through a list of things. I need to go and grab said list of things. Moneybags.
I wonder who that could be.
Let me scroll up.
We never did find any like communication device at Cocklecot's manor.
To be fair, we're busy murdering him, so.
You're too busy murdering him, so you know, yeah.
We weren't exactly checking his iPhone for suspicious contacts. We were kind of killing him to death, but yeah.
You were killing him to death. That was a thing you were doing.
We were fucking murdering him.
I distinctly remember the murders.
We were distinctly getting rid of a trash human being.
Where are you at, you fuckers? One moment, guys. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, okay, just do the music for a bit.
Great music.
Man.
Great music.
What a polite and understanding boy.
What's going on?
Really wonder now if Hepzibah it was just Lord Cube and he was being coy about it. I'm not wondering that now. It would be very funny.
That'd be fucked.
It would be so fucked. Also,
after your world got destroyed or before, this guy was setting up an MLM over here.
Sorry, I'm
really
still
was.
scrolling.
I'm so surprised that he didn't have to fear the Terra Defenders here. So he had to understand that he could have just invaded this whole world and probably had some pushback with their magic and stuff. Maybe that's why he didn't do anything until the world nearly died from darkness? I don't know.
I like they made a fake fucking place for himself so he could feel less fucking lonely.
The last one. I found it. I'm so sorry.
Good.
So it's Cyborg, Moneybags, Blood, and Ghost.
Cyborg, Moneybags, Blood, Ghost,
Hyena.
and Hyena.
And Hyena, yes.
Moneybags can be safely marked as deceased. Potentially.
Hopefully.
Oddly enough, there are 2 signatures marked down as Blood.
2?
It appears that one of them was scrapped, however, removed from contacts list. Perhaps they were replaced?
Do they have real names?
I can't tell.
Does it say how long ago that scrubbing was?
This has been, according to these logs, years.
60 years?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It appears that most of the data around here is encrypted, otherwise I'd be able to tell you more.
And the only way to unencrypt it is to summon...
Some of the defenders of this place, yeah, and for the fact this is the captain's computer, we can assume the stronger viruses will be the ones making their way here. Without any battle chip data, I'll probably be overwhelmed.
Are you able to... When it comes to like your PET thing and your ability to connect to networks here, can you like sense if there are battle chips around?
From what I can tell you right now about personal data, you can think of the PET as its own personal space, right? And then you'll look at me and Beats as the ones who defend it.
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of force anything to be a defender as long as you have the resources for it. There can be the strongest viruses you could think of inside of a personal area. The fact that I would be in the center of it would mean that all of the defenses would be focused entirely on me. That would be too much even for a Navi who had an entire deck of battle chips.
Mm-hmm. I see. But I like that explanation to go, but I asked if she could actually sense battle chips themselves.
They do not.
Okay, cool. Just in case there was something here, but it's a great explanation for that. Thank you. That would definitely have been a question to ask.
There's nothing I can do when it comes to that. That'd be like sensing if there's any stray USBs around.
I wish.
Are they?
What is a USB?
Are they just USBs essentially?
They're things that hold vast amounts of data, yeah.
Could anything, as long as it fit the slot, work?
If you could find one powerful enough, yeah. On your world, that would basically be like hooking up a personal computer to this thing, though. For one battle chip.
Your world's fucking weird, I have to say it. That's too much to think about.
What's the highest level USB or SSD on your world, on your previous world? What's around the highest amount of data you can hold and a handheld device?
I guess technically, probably the highest one would be a terabyte.
Ah, you're just getting past the gigabytes.
So I googled that just now. Up to 30.
Up to 30 terabytes. Thank you.
That's still not a lot, is it?
It's still not a lot comparatively.
The way they mentioned, oh, you're just now getting out of the gigabyte should be more than enough information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it can maybe hold like half a sword in there.
Like a pixel.
The fact
Yeah.
that their world can hold weapons that deal actual legitimate damage in front of them should show how much data is stored within that.
You're gonna have a spoon in there if you
The
try
fact
this.
that your magics that you've cast on them that deal a d4 of damage didn't one-shot a virus that could be one-shot by any of the battle chips and battle network should show you how much data it should be. You're essentially putting magic inside of a USB.
This world is scary.
Your world's scary. And I would hate to imagine what this guy could do with that level of tech. I'm glad we didn't let him get you.
Well, if he didn't have battle chips, he couldn't do shit with me.
I think he would just take you apart.
He was mostly probably trying to get rid of me so that I couldn't do anything to this place.
Definitely that, yeah.
Such as take away any of the safety measures from the engine that we saw earlier.
We should definitely do that.
You'll need to if you want to take it, yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna get completely roasted by the electricity.
Go ahead.
Wait. That terminal, does it say anything about that tube or what's behind this door?
As far as the door is concerned, it appears to be, they look through, storage. It needs a physical key in order to open it, though. You can attempt to force it open.
There he goes.
It'll probably cause some kind of alarm, but you can definitely do it.
Can you shut off the alarm?
I can try.
Do we have to take you to the door for the alarm, or are you
Yes.
able to do it from there? Okay. Let's
All right,
take you
let's
to the door.
move.
Let's turn off the alarm for this door.
You were gonna jack them into the door network?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna roll to see what they will meet inside of there. Rolling
Door
that
network,
D8.
jacking in.
Execute. 5. Do-do-do-do. Interesting. Do-do-do-do. You find as you open up said door, as you go inside of said door, there is a being that appears in front of Punch. Another bunny-looking object that appears, only this one appears to be green and has no legs. As they go, "Hi, I'm Mr. Prague."
Oh, fuck me.
Hello, Mr. Prague. We're trying to make sure that we can have the facilities here. The facilities here are for use only for Lord Cube. We're Lord Cube.
Yeah, we're Lord Cube.
I would like for Zarel, since you were the first person to speak up, I would like for Zarel to roll me for their negotiation, please.
Yeah, man, I think we are.
Yeah, I'm Lord Cube.
I believe in you.
It's me, Lord Cube.
Can
You got a fleeting heroism just then as well.
That's fine. It's
Would you
me,
like to use it?
Lord the
Oh my god.
Would you like to use your heroism?
Sure, man.
This probably has a DC of like 2, doesn't it?
It's gone forever.
It's gone forever.
I can give you a 20 free.
Oh my
Roll me 2 more
God.
times.
Just for shits and giggles.
I can give you a 12, and I can give you.
You almost
a
nat
5.
20 that.
That was gonna be horrifying if it was net 20.
A 23. As you hear, well, Lord Cube would be the only one that has access to this terminal, so I guess that's true. As
Yep,
you guys
that
just
would be
hear,
me.
the alarm should be turned off. Thank you. Thank you very
you.
much. Why don't you have anything protecting you in here? Oh, there's no need to. Why? Because there are no net navies here. You're right.
You're so
Okay,
right.
goodbye. Check me out, check me out, check me out.
down.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, he's already going to open it.
Hi, I'm Mr. Frog.
It's just as dumb as I remember it. It's just as fucking worthlessly dumb as I remember it.
Roll me for your strength, Gilgamesh.
Sure.
You have a
Barack
fleeing that you had
Obama.
earlier.
I'm Barack Obama. Well, I guess
Hooray.
you are.
You had a fleeting from earlier that you didn't use, so.
Us.
17.
Rolling again.
And then. Oh, +3.
17 plus, that's a plus 10.
So that's a
So-
27.
That's a 27.
Gilgamesh, you just
Yeah.
jerk one side of it open as it slides out and open, and then the other side out and open. As you do, on the inside of this area, you see what appears to be. Am I?
We just walk in and we see Hester Smutwatch putting on the costume.
He's like,
Oh, your ass is so grass.
Making
He's like,
sure
fucking no one's
this is
dressing.
correct.
this is private.
You see a shelf with different types of clothing and things put inside of boxes. However, the things that immediately draw your eye, there appear to be 3 glowing floating objects on small pedestals inside this room. As you look to the glowing floating objects, one of them appears to be a depiction of some kind of a blaster. One of them appears to be a depiction of a shield, and one of them seems to be the depiction of a ship.
What are these?
Power-ups?
What?
They look like power-ups from Galaga.
What is Gal? Where is Gal?
What is
An
Galaga?
ancient old game.
I'm glad Galaga is also a constant between the worlds.
Gilgamesh understands that a blaster is better for Hibiki, a ship's better for Sorrel. A ship, that could be anything, could even be a ship.
You know how much we wanted one of those?
Yeah, he doesn't reach for the ship.
Gilgamesh, I would like you to choose one of your clothing items in your bag in your area here, and
Okay.
one of them is going to be upgraded.
Oh, I guess the big blue cloak.
The big blue cloak. The blue cloak currently.
Yeah, we have the freaking skeleton in here still.
Oh yeah, he's still waiting for one. We've yet to find the line, so he's still looking for that. Do you think that being on this ship would have some kind of cheap boost on it?
I mean, we didn't look.
The way this is going to go. Roll me a d4.
Okay. That's not a 4. There it is. Yeah. 1.
You're going to get +1 AC onto this thing.
Oh, cool. Just default.
Just default.
Oh.
Damn.
Sick.
+1
Damn.
AC.
You could have gotten more AC on that.
No, it could not. It was not going up to +4 AC. There were 4 different things.
Ah,
Okay.
I see.
I'm trying to go.
So
up
now
to-
you just are gonna gain yourself another AC.
Yeah, look at
That
you.
means I have 17 now.
Yeah, baby.
Nice, nice. You
I
feel
less
you
likely
feel
to
the
be
cloak.
damaged.
You feel the cloak that you're wearing. You feel the magics inside of it slightly harden as you grab onto this this ship. As you get the ship upgrade, which would normally turn you into the 2nd tier ship, but instead just upgrades an item.
I just see the pixelated effect of the sound play from Gallagher's boom. And it's just, what was that?
That was a sound effect from the video
Your
game.
cloak looks slightly fancier now.
Hmm.
It looks about the same. It just like it just feels different.
It does feel different.
Upgraded somehow.
I'm
Shall
not
grab
going
the
to
gun.
be honest.
You're gonna grab the blaster. But by the way,
Grab the
when I say
blaster.
blaster, I don't mean it looks like a gun. It looks like almost like a mounted like a mounted blaster on like a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It is not like a handheld
also
gun.
means a machine gun.
Yes.
Hibiki, I would like you to choose one of your weapons inside of your items, please.
It'd be really funny to pick the flintlock pistol.
Do it. Do it. One bullet, one love.
But it would also be really funny to pick the spear. Fuck it, I'll pick the last.
What about the grapple dagger?
Oh yeah, the grapple dagger, the most useful dagger in the world.
I like it.
I could
So
find use
useful
for
for
it.
me.
There's also the spear.
There's also the ring.
There's also the ring. The ring should be nearly broken by now.
That's very true.
I think. I think I'll just put it on. My gut says the flintlock pistol, but my heart says the spear, and I don't know which one I should
You know
listen
what?
to
Follow your
more.
heart. Always follow your heart.
I will put it on the spear.
I would like you to roll me a d4, please.
Yes. Four.
Okay. Roll me another d4, please.
Okie doke. At the 2.
Your spear, as you do this, as you grab this, you see your spear start shining in with a bluish light. Blue. Boop. As you are getting a great water ember spear.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
I would have just changed my arrow footlock. I wouldn't have wanted that.
That's what the 4 did. Yes, the 4 was one of the 4 basic elements.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
So now it does water damage.
If you look over at the keywords, any element weapon gains 1 magic range with the element that is noted, and all attacks with this weapon deal the noted type of damage.
Nice. Hell yeah. So,
and then there is the one thing remaining. There is the shield like thing.
There's just like a bubble.
It's like a bubble, yes.
It's perfect for me.
Okay.
it sure works out that Muna got a slight and we all got these cool upgrades to our weapons.
I got a bubble.
Muna got nuke, like tier 2 nuke. We just got shinies.
Okay. I would like you to roll me for a d12, please.
Orky dorker.
A D12.
Torky worker.
Mm-hmm.
I need to remember that's a D10. I can sense it. No, I'll choose it when I find it, Emerald. I found it.
I was helping you find it.
5.
Roll me one more time.
Orky dorker. 8.
Can't get that one. Okay. You are going to gain one of 2 keywords.
Orky dorker?
Do you want the overwhelm keyword to put onto things, or do you want the power keyword to put onto things? The overwhelm keyword will add 1d4 to the attack you make with the weapon. And if you already have overwhelm on the weapon, you'll gain a d4 to damage instead. Or the power keyword will make it where you crit on an 18 to a 20, but if you crit, the weapon is destroyed and does 3 times damage instead of a normal crit.
I don't have any expendable weapons I feel like I want to break. So I think I'll do overwhelm.
Okay. You're going to be gaining the overwhelm keyword.
Keyword.
You have a lot of keywords.
I do?
Well, you have switch, you have what's this one? Oh, that's not a keyword, that's just your key chain.
This is a keyword.
Yeah, never mind.
Switch.
Hey, you have overwhelm now.
Yeah, now I got overwhelm.
Yeah. Ding. Nice.
Overwhelm is me at a social event.
As you guys have touched those things, you have gained 3 items from this place. Whatever they were holding it there for, they should have used them.
Probably should have
Yeah, losers.
used absolute losers.
But that is everything that seems to be in here.
Okay, how do we check what's inside the goop then? There's no way to open it.
There is a way to open it.
Besides crashing it with our hammers and whatever we have, yes.
Then
Besides hitting it.
Or should
there
be a
is
way
no way to open it.
I mean, it should just be something from the
Terminal, right? Well, if you let us know, we can break it with our hammers and such. That's a thing we can do.
Whenever I was
What's this?
inside, there wasn't anything that I could do to activate it, though there may be a physical button on there for it.
Hey, Defo, a quick aside. What's this on the floor? Is that just something random?
Would you like me to give you a different angle of this place?
Sure.
Oh shit, here we go.
This is a more top-down view.
Oh, the sounds.
Baby can't come back.
What the fuck is?
here.
What's the fuck's this floating thing, then?
What floating thing?
Is that what I'm pointing at?
Oh, that is that appears to be an operating table.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Why the fuck are there just? Are those fucking mandrakes?
Oh, don't worry. Again, don't worry about the things that are on things.
I know. I'm just commenting on the image
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's not
didn't
probably there.
delete them. But yes, there appears to be
kinda like
straps on there, and it does appear to be a operating table of sorts.
okay.
You can kind of see it from this angle, so I'm gonna delete the one that has the weird shit on it.
Cool.
They don't exist. Shut up.
Any
You don't see
buttons over
these.
there? Here we go.
What was that?
Any buttons over there, Hibiki? Anything you can press or anything?
You
Not
guys
from the
remember that you
terminal.
have done these before.
Yeah, isn't there like a thing to press on there? I don't know what happened last time. I was unconscious and in one of them, but you know.
Yes, there are buttons on it. And I'm pretty sure we know
Back
the
at the
right one to
terminal.
Yeah,
Oh, back at the terminal?
so-
Yes,
Oh.
that's how you guys were able to open it and close it and everything last time.
I thought there wasn't anything here this time.
She said
Last
that
time
there
I was
wasn't
open
anything
and I
in the
walked in.
network, but there might be a physical button on it.
Yeah.
Right. So he will look at the physical buttons and find the right one that he remembers from the other facility?
Sure. As you look about at it, as you look and see the different buttons upon it, you do find that there is a similar button to the drain one that you had before. Do you want to press it?
Are there clearly any other buttons that like do other things to that are nearby it that would do something to the tube?
Not from what
Or
you
are they
understand.
not nibble? Okay. He will hit the drain button.
Okay. Are we still in the network? Go back to Lower Brinstar. You press the button. The blackish ichor-like liquid begins to start draining out from this pod.
Wait, I'm sorry, because it's only just occurred to me.
Mhm.
You said there's outfits in that fucking closet?
There was clothing.
What? We can come back to that. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss something. But
As it was drained, you guys see what appears to be a silhouette of a person inside of this. A person completely covered in that black ichor. As they look to you, it appears to be the visage of a woman. Hibiki,
Yeah.
you remember that there is the scream of a woman up here. That is what alerted you to this place.
Yeah.
As you see this woman covered in this black ichor looking back over toward all of you. Not looking, they seem to be sleeping, unconscious, but facing all of you as the liquid disperses and they sort of still standing look as if they're still in a trance or a sleep.
that would be the woman I heard screaming.
Yeah,
I'd
well, looks so.
assume. Will it just open on its own over there then, or do I have to push something else over here?
Well, last time I could just kind of walk out, but I don't. And sleeping in one of these feels like nothing, to be quite honest with you. I forgot I was even there.
As you guys look over toward it, you see the person inside begin to start moving. As they do, they look out and about the area. You see that now that the ichor has drained off of them, they seem to be in some kind of a suit of some kind. As they look out and around the area, they see each of you before locking eyes with Hibiki. I'm gonna roll a single dice. By the way, Hibiki, you're the one that determined they would be in here, by the way, earlier when I asked you for 1, 2, or 3.
Yay! I picked right!
Ah.
Yay! I don't know.
You picked the funny one.
I picked the funny one?
Yeah. I think it's funny.
Hooray!
That's a 16. As they look and as they lock eyes with Hibiki, for a second there is a look of confusion as their eyes trail and lock in on the coin around your neck. Terra Defender?
Yes. I assumed that this time he'd be going closer. You know?
Leave.
No.
Shit.
You know this person?
Do I, Digo?
You do not.
I don't know her, but am I at least fairly sure that hearing her, she might be the one that screamed?
You're decently sure it's the same voice.
This is who I heard screaming in my head. So, no, we're not leaving. We're here to get you out.
You were the one that answered the call. That's the most unfortunate scenario.
Why?
Who are
are
you?
Because out of everyone, your abilities are the worst fight against me.
Against?
You see them stare towards you, and as they do, that black ichor that was around them begins to travel up and up, going around their head. Here we go. Sorry. As the ichor raises around them, you see the visage of a person standing and looking back toward all of you. You see a helmet appearing upon their head, and as they do,
Oh, if it isn't Hibiki. And the rest of you.
you guys see
Fuck.
as a weapon appears in their hand.
Oh.
I didn't expect you to come up here. I was planning on going down there. In time.
Yeah, you do
Access.
seem like someone that needs a fake city to feel alive.
fuck did you do to her?
Her? They're still able to speak? Makes sense. I didn't get through the entirety of my rest cycle this time. No matter.
You are a demon. You're possessing that one, aren't you?
I am no demon. I am an emperor.
You see cracks beginning to appear on the glass.
And you are invading my empire. And for that, I believe I'm going to have to end our little game of cat and mouse.
You hear an alarm beginning to spark in the area around you.
Good.
But that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? Ah, you must have came in via the cargo bay, correct? That's the only place in this entire facility with enough light for you to transfer. Well,
Maybe,
we go-
maybe not.
Are we going to fight or not, Cube?
oh, you are going to fight. You are going to fight like your life depends on it. Because you're not the only one who can transfer things from your planet to here.
What does that mean?
Those poor little lights in the cargo bay. Let's let them see a bit of darkness, shall we?
No.
As they move their staff downward, more cracks appear around the area. The sirens changes for a moment before you hear and feel a shift among the spaceship you guys are currently on as something heavy drops down into the area. Let me a second. We can finally go into the ones that I actually have for this now. Perfect.
Yeah.
Not that one. Where's it at? Where's the good one? We know the one I'm looking for. Not that one. Hold on. There we go.
Yay! Let's go.
As you guys see upon the monitor, a flash of light as the camera goes toward the cargo bay, as you just hear maniac laughing happening behind you, as you see a very not great sight appearing in the cargo bay.
Man. What could it be?
As you guys see this appearing in the cargo bay.
You know, I'm glad that we're fighting it here and not on the ground. For some reason. I'm glad we're actually fighting it.
There you are.
You guys see a flurry or a almost actual tornado of different parts and bodies from the creature you guys had seen before far down in the area, looking as if it starts to appear and storm about in confusion in the cargo bay, surrounded by all of those hearts, completely submerged in all of those different liquids.
The final boss, procrastination.
I have the full version of this, I just never put it in.
Just look at it for now.
We'll do it. We'll put it in at some point. We'll see.
Yeah.
As you see the guard armor appearing and starting to look as if it's turning toward all of the different areas, you see it grabbing its two hands upwards into the air, and it smashes toward one of the glasses containing the hearts as you see cracks appearing in its side.
Oh.
The glass finally breaks even more as you see this person stepping out, and upon them doing so,
You can find me right here if you wish. But that armor will do far worse to those poor hearts. They'll drag them, if they had limbs, kicking and screaming into the realm of darkness. Never to be seen again!
You.
Your move. Defenders of Cherish.
Okay, cool. I'm going to invoke guidance here.
You're invoking guidance here.
I
What's
want to
your
smack his stupid face in.
You want to smack their stupid face in?
The rest of you guys can do whatever. I just need one hit in. This guy's gonna fucking die as dude.
Go for it. Roll me strength.
I was trying to be a nice guy. I was trying to go to college to get more knowledge. But he had to bring like half a kingdom or dead people into this shit. Motherfucker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So,
That's a lot.
Strength is 5. Here.
Imagine if you took the crit. The
That is a
crit
plus
power
12.
up.
That is a 40.
So, do I hit him with 40?
Barely.
You do. You rear back, and as you do, you just lay into Lord Cube. As you punch them, you note as soon as you let the punch go through, I'm gonna roll for them really quickly to see if they're gonna do a very dickish thing. Where are you at, D20? There you are. We'll use Muna's D20 because it's purple.
Yeah.
He Urple.
It's purple.
Why he Urple?
Ah, they didn't get to do it. Good.
Purple?
It's good for you guys they didn't get to do it. For a second, you see the helmet of this creature look like it begins to melt away, as if it was trying to make you not punch it, but punch the
Just to
person that is
fucking punch a
under it.
woman.
However, you're
Motherfucker.
able to stop and immediately move from a face punch to an uppercut to the jaw as you launch them upwards and back into the area.
I'll deal with you later.
Oh, that's a back sprite. Good to know.
Strong right
He
hook.
backstabbed.
You're lucky something more important has just shown up.
Oh, that's not all. Go ahead.
We'll be back, takeover demon.
Not all of you.
Watch.
You guys go to leave?
Huh?
Yeah.
Hibiki,
Let's run
as
through.
you turn to leave,
Not you.
Not
Hibiki,
me. Yeah.
as they step outwards,
Currently, it is having a hard time getting to those hearts. It sure would be terrible if someone opened the canisters from here, don't you think?
Oh, you bastard.
The rest of you can go fight. You will stay here and fight me.
Fine. Hibiki will walk over to Zarel and hand off the PET. Go.
Beat his ass, Hibiki.
Oh, I will.
Not a single one of you who have ever fought has even come close. Come on, Terra Defender.
Well, you think about it like this. Have any of them gotten to your ship before?
Oh, you think you're the first to make it this far? I've fought literal children more powerful than you. And eaten
Probably.
them too.
Gilgamesh, go. They need all the help they can get to destroy that thing.
That's why Ram and Thalia are going.
No, Gilgamesh, go. This guy's mine.
Your pride's going to kill you.
I'll be fine. Go, please. Simon,
If you
grab
think
myself
the
back
others
you.
can get through all of the obstacles before making it to my guard armor, then go ahead and stay. Including
Well,
my
we can
defenders
give it a try
and
and
my
make it better or
fighters.
worse.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna do a fake card, you fuck!
You can do it if you want. We can trade you. It is your special little boss of the
It is
fucking
my
magical
special
force,
thing.
the magical force fem guardian. Go ahead.
Everyone
my
can
big
use fake
thing.
cards. It's fine.
This is my big
Yeah.
fucking thing!
Do you want to try to stay, Gilgamesh, or do you want to go?
The thing is, he's seen this happen before already.
If you want to, you can also throw in your own fake card and then we can decide.
I wanted to end things, man. It's 11:40.
See, we
It
want to
is.
end this. I understand. I do appreciate that you try to end it early for me. However, you introduced the most punchable man woman in the face of natural existence.
Don't you love them?
I
look
hate
at how Lord Zed they look.
It's really cool though.
I love it
Why
so
did
much.
he force-mask a woman? Like, he force-masks a woman for no reason. Alright, cool.
I'm
It's like the
taking- I'm
same
only
reason people make female avatars in video games. If I'm gonna stay in this form as long as I do, I might as well love it.
You're embarrassing.
guessing. Fuck.
I'm pretty sure this guy's just a literal video game character at this point. Specifically because we found actual power-ups, in this place being a data area. I'm pretty sure he is himself is a fucking video game monster now.
Who knows, man?
Dude, you're gonna
You
punch
do.
that thing and a bug is gonna come out of it.
And now all the fucking monsters in my head are just different video game
No,
monsters.
typical novice got it.
Did he?
They're a GameCube.
I fucking hate you. I fucking can't stand you.
The Nintendo GameCube.
You are just the fucking worst.
It's a being that apparently preys on and eats children.
What the
Oh, I
fuck did your
get it.
GameCube do to you?
GameCube's
I get
terrible.
it. I get it. It's
No,
like
it's not.
Nintendo.
Don't worry about
That
it.
explains all the ninjas everywhere.
So we have
So
two
there's some
fake cards
fake
coming in.
Yeah.
Let's do Zarel's first because that was the first one thrown down.
Dorker dorker.
We have Threshold.
We've never seen this one before.
Ooh,
Whoa.
interesting. Let me go get the Threshold card.
Is this a new
Spooky.
one? The new
Yeah.
ones you might-
No.
This is this is
No,
this is
it's
relatively
not.
old. You guys just haven't seen this one.
Yeah, we just
Oh.
haven't done it.
What's it called before? What was it called before then?
No, it's always been called Threshold. You guys just
Oh.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
This
haven't
has
seen
been
it.
this has been here for a while.
it's almost like you overstuffed the fucking
I'm
deck.
legitimately a
There's-
little scared that we're finally seeing it.
There are 21 of them, man. The neutral effect. Each player will gain 2 guidance tokens.
Oh.
You then have to roll for the good or bad effect of this card.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to worry about it.
So
All
let
right.
me put the neutral effect on here. We'll get you guys your guidance tokens in a bit. Go ahead.
Has no game seen this card before?
No game has seen it, I don't think.
I really like how I did this card, so I'm surprised.
It's so
It's so
fucking
good.
cool. It fits so well here.
Do-do-do-do. This could be bad.
This could be really bad.
I need you to roll, and you need a 12 or above to get the good effect.
Please,
I'm gonna
please,
roll
please,
and I gotta
please,
tell you
please,
what I
please.
got. Above?
Oh, thank God!
Oh. Woo!
This would have been the worst time for the bad effect ever.
What if I just
What-
died?
Do you guys want to know the bad effect of this card?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're offering to let us know, yes.
First off, here's the good effect of this card. Each player gains 2 hero dice, 2 reroll tokens, and 2 karma dice,
Oh.
which is the inspiration. Not in, you know what I mean. The little the cards. Yeah. The bad effect of this card: dice can no longer have modifiers or advantage set for stat points until this time next game.
Oh my god.
Until the end of next game.
Hey, Deco.
Oh,
What's up?
Jesus.
Fuck you.
What's it? What?
Which means you wouldn't be able to use your guidance tokens, your hero points, your other things, anything. Even fleetings from people in chat would not be able to be used.
It would have been really funny if I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this game.
Why did you make this card the most fucked up card?
Because this is number 21, man.
Yeah, man.
Blackjack, let's go.
I'll put all the effects on it. But yep, I will give you guys your stuff. You guys don't need it right now, so we're not gonna fuck with it yet. That would have been great to have on what next game is going to be.
Hell no, fuck you.
And come over here, Hibiki.
All right, you can get over here.
I will shuffle, and hope that I get a funny card that is good for
It'd be
everyone.
really fun. Ah!
No way. Was it the threshold again?
I feel like that we should redraw that.
You know,
personally.
I don't know if we should.
When I was playing Minecraft, I was like going for discs and I couldn't find a single one. And the moment I found the one I wanted, I could not stop getting that one.
Hibiki.
Which I think is what's happening to us.
Every player will now get 2 guidance tokens. I would like you to roll me. You need a 12 or higher. This is so funny. This is so funny.
Please don't. Come on.
This is so funny.
I'd rather have a second boss show up.
A quick question.
What's up, man?
Those karma dice things that are D4s, I think those ones.
They're not the
that did-
D4s now.
Okay, so IBRB.
Chaos.
Fake cards are happening.
Come on.
These aren't all now, are they?
Oh my god.
No, Lil, those aren't what we're rolling.
Can
Just
we
two.
get much higher?
Anyway,
We'll tell you in a
everyone.
minute.
back over here. You guys are going to make your way out to try to stop the guard armor from eating / destroying those hearts and sending them to the realm of darkness forever to be changed.
Oh yeah.
And Hibiki, you are staying.
Yep.
Okay.
Guys, we might just lose this campaign next game. I don't know.
You guys have
Kinda.
still stat points. You guys just have
Yeah,
to
we have a lot
rely
of
on
stat
your
points.
first rolls. Oh wow, we have to play this like an actual D&D
Okay,
campaign.
that's scary. Why would you ever?
Why the fuck did we do that when we had all these abilities and dice?
I do think it'd be really funny if you got TKO'd by the Nintendo GameCube.
Who knew that the picture I drew of Hibiki, like over here, was in
This is-
memoriam?
Oh, it's
The
not just
thing is-
Hibiki.
I'm gonna fucking die.
There is a reward for completing this card, just like there is for all of the really bad effect cards, just a reminder. But we'll see how things go. Hibiki, the others make their way toward the data door. As they do, they disperse into the next area. Lord Cube looks to you. They step down from their area. As they do, they make their way over toward the world of Cherish in front of them.
Just like the other world, right? Right before it was taken away. They turn. Oh, no, hold on.
They turn towards you.
You made a mistake in coming here. I was never planning on interacting with you for quite a while. But now, After my one and only source of entertainment in this world is gone, I think it's time that I destroyed this entire place. The Heartless will ravage this world harder than any before.
Not unless we stop you.
Please, try Terra Green.
He pulls out the flintlock pistol. And I guess it's next time.
The others making your way out, going toward the areas in front of you where you would need to make your way back to the command or back to the area to go and fight the guard armor. Upon you guys making your way out and making your way back toward the engine room, you would take note of an approaching force on the other side, making their way to meet you. One second, let me put this away. This shouldn't have been brought out here. Get over there, little guy. Where'd the other ones go? There they are. As you would see, the remaining square fighters and the Dark Defender standing in front of where Gilgamesh, Zarel, and Muna will be moving from. The Dark Defender would look toward the three of you, move its hand forward silently, as the four square fighters would start rushing towards you. And with that, I think we're going to be ending the game here.
Hooray!
Also, I'm sorry, chat. I can't say it yet.
It's gonna be a great game next session.
I am sorry, chat. I can't say it's morphin time yet because I need to. If my shield breaks, I need it to refill my shield. It's a very tactical reason why I didn't just instantly morph there. If it added on the shield, I would have.
Right now you're being Goku. You're not gonna go Super Saiyan yet. You need to tease
work
them
up
a
to it.
little. You
Yes.
need to tickle their underside a little bit.
I hate.
I'm looking forward to things because the reason I made this card was again to take out the amount of extra stuff that I was able to, that you guys have been relying on for quite a while. It's going to be so interesting to see these roles and how they are going to affect you guys next game.
Oh yeah, baby.
I hate that you've almost pulled off a very awful evil thing with him fucking undoing part of its weird symbiote body thing, and it would have hit her underneath. I hate that.
It didn't work.
I mean, the knowledge of it is
The knowledge is there now, and I'm like, how the fuck do I kill you without hurting her?
Not only that, apparently whenever she was lucid enough to talk to you, she said that you are the worst person to fight them.
It's almost
not
like I
worse
much
for them,
understand
worse
it
for
a
you.
reason, but it doesn't matter. It's not. No matter how we slice it, there's no fucking advantage.
I
here.
do like that you were just like, man, people really hate a Cocklicot. I can do better. Hold on.
I made super cocklicot.
The fucking
Different flavors
the
of
hardest
asshole.
the hardest line was fucking I fought children stronger than you and eaten them too.
I feel like you have some very strange misconceptions about the Nintendo GameCube.
I can't believe. What is it? What is the fucking creepypasta for the GameCube? Which one of those games was it? Zelda? Was
It
it
could be
Sonic? I can't
any.
remember.
It could be anything, really.
My
I
God.
don't know.
But no, they are not a GameCube, but I did put all of the game stuff in their stuff because GameCube.
Yeah.
I put all the video gamey stuff in their area because GameCube. Haha.
You suck.
GameCube.
Man, I sure have to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do about this fight, huh?
We are
We'll fight
going.
it. He's easy.
We're gonna end the recording right here. We can potentially continue to talk on stuff in a little bit, but I'm going to stop recording. We'll see you guys next week for one of the bigger fights in the campaign. Maybe the hardest fight in the campaign.
But
I think it's just objectively the hardest because we just were like, all right, let's kneecap ourselves.
post-recording people will not see me though, for I am going to the night under the blanket. Good
Okay.
night.
All right. Anyway, later,
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.
All right.